Back to dancing? Yeah? More dancing? You want more of that? Yeah. I'll give you more of that.
What
Finger
is
guns.
wrong with you?
Bam, 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 bam.
You just gotta give them some time. We are live.
You don't need to give me time. You just need to give me some shoulders. And I'm like, yeah, baby.
Carlos, we're live. Can you do something?
Hey, yeah, I got everybody's attention apparently. So welcome everybody back to Frack Paddy Wack. Thank you for joining us this beautiful Thursday evening. It is now after 9:30, so you should be already watching. What's wrong with you? But before we get anywhere else, let us first get started with the introductions.
Frick, Erica.
I'm Frack, Carlos.
I'm Patty, Brooke.
Whack, TJ.
All right, there we go. Introductions are done. I believe my job here is also done. And again, we thank you everybody for joining us. We really appreciate you as always. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for keeping us alive. Thank you for chatting with us. Please talk in the comments. Get at us here. We love y'all. We need y'all. We miss y'all. We really do.
The drink of the night is the drink of the night.
Our drink of the night will be a margarita, but because of special certain circumstances, I am doing a special version of the margarita. I hope you all will enjoy it and get a good laugh. So beyond that as well, we're going to have two amazing guests. We're going to have, first and foremost, TJ.
Jeron Mathis from Elite Catering Company. Carlos?
Yes, and then we'll also have a great individual, Freddie DeJesus, who's not only the creative director at the Ultimate Dance Center, but he also runs Freddie Dance Project. And again, an amazing individual, both of them. I know Jeron as well. You guys have talked about it before, and it's food, so really amazing stuff. And I'm excited. I'm already hungry again. I've eaten 4 times today.
Our topics for the night is going to be, we're going to talk about phase 1 of Florida's reopening, some odd facts in history. Carlos is going to show us how to make a margarita. I'm going to introduce us to a new segment called Get in My Belly. It is a food segment. So we're gonna get into that. Erica, keyword of the night is
literally.
All right. Again, why? Because we have a problem saying the word. Anytime you hear that word, we get a nice loud ding or something, and everybody has to drink.
I actually like it better when Erica just yells, woof, woof.
That was kind of funny.
Hashtag of the night's going to end up being, are we open yet? Hashtag, are we open yet?
I'm ready.
And then we're actually going to be inviting you guys, wanting to try and do something a little bit more interactive and invite you guys to submit funny videos to us. So we're going to put up some questions later, and we want you to interview a toddler if you have a kid or somebody else's kid. I don't care. But interview a toddler, interview a coworker, interview a significant other, or interview a family member. So we're going to toss up some questions later, and then we're going to cut that into a little funny video.
Is that for next week?
And we'll use that for next week, just to do something fun. So we'll have a good time with that. Make sure you grab a drink. Brooke, we have a game that's going to be played later.
It's called Would You Rather, and how we play is one of us reads a statement, and if we all agree, then we drink, and if we disagree, we all drink. I think I'm not sure. We just like to drink, so we're trying to make it. An example of this might be: would you rather be a mermaid or a vampire?
Vampire.
Yeah, vampire.
Okay.
Vampire.
Okay.
Chat room?
So we all drink because we all said the same thing.
Chat room's right around the same.
And we're, apparently very unoriginal. We all want to be vampires.
Up all night anyways.
Now,
it doesn't matter.
Now,
Sure.
not the
best
Twilight
swimmer,
vampire.
So,
Attaboy, John. John's got his drink, he said. Naomi's back. See you out there.
Hi.
Yo. Oh, sure. Awesome. Thanks for being here tonight. Hope you guys have a lot of fun. All right, I think that, do we want to bring Jeron on? He's out there waiting in the wings. I think we can just jump right to it and bring the man on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
let's give him a little extra time. Go for it. Bring on the man.
All right.
Oh, he just left.
Boom.
There he goes.
There he is. Chef Jay, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, sir. Boom.
Oh.
Chef Jay in the house. I love it.
Hi, Jeron.
Hey, Jeron.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good. I just not too long ago slid into the home run plate. Came off the road right into the room.
Oh no, delivering.
Kitchen. I was at the kitchen.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Well, I appreciate you because I'm sure you're making my supper for tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of prep work. Yeah, I was
Love
working.
you.
We appreciate you being here tonight. We know you're hustling hard. You got
you do
meals.
that? Oh, yeah, something like that. One bunch of fingers.
You're throwing gang signs.
I'm
Come on,
out like,
man.
dang.
It's be like, you know what? This is for the Formaggio gang right here, Italians.
I'm gonna let Erica have it.
Oh,
That's all sweet.
Too funny. All right, so to introduce everybody, this is Mr. Jeron Mathis. He is the owner of Elite Catering Company. He is a very good friend of ours, and we wanted to bring him on to just kind of tell us about his company, tell us about some of the shifts in the industry that have been happening to us, and then enlighten us just a little bit about just some fun in the industry that maybe he's had, as well as talking about some hobbies and maybe a favorite place he's visited. But we're going to pull in a whole bunch of stuff and have Jeron kind of entertain us for the next half hour or so and have some fun.
Okay.
Nice little life break, Jeron.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. So tell those out there that don't know about Elite Catering, how you got started, how it became Elite Catering, and how it became what it is today.
Well, it wasn't Elite Catering about 3 years ago. It was Rome's Custom Catering Services.
A bunch of stuff and have Jeron kind of entertain us for the next
doesn't know what she's
half
doing.
hour
You
or
know,
so
I
and
got a
have
problem.
some fun.
Sorry.
The joys of life.
There you go.
She's special. She's special.
It's
She's
all right.
playing the Facebook one while you're talking.
so who is Rome?
All right, tell us about Rome's.
Rome is my a nickname that I was given in middle school that I hated, and it stuck. Because my name is Jeron, but everybody thought my name was Jerome, and I didn't like it. So they made my new name just started calling me Rome, and I don't like it. And then eventually, once the whole school starts calling it, it just sticks and it stuck. So I just roll with it, and that's what everybody with the school knows me by is Rome.
You mean you roam with it?
Ah,
Oh, bad pun. Gosh,
in my head,
man.
I knew I shouldn't say, but I'm like, I have to take a chance.
And especially when the singer came out, it was something else too. Rome the singer.
Oh yeah, yes.
That
Oh
was-
my gosh.
That was a whole nother thing right there. But yeah, it was Rome's Catering, and my wife felt like it was too, for the type of cuisine that we present, it didn't fit the name. It was too personal. So, and we specialize in a lot of different cuisines. As you see, like one of the little pictures, the pictures in the background, you see it there. That was a wedding tasting there.
Okay.
So the type of cuisine didn't work out. So we had to think on another name for it. And I didn't want to be too bougie, and I didn't want to be too cocky with it. So I was like Elite. I mean,
Yeah, that's not bougie. Just elite.
well, I didn't want to stick with like a different type, stick with one type of cuisine because we just don't
Right.
do just one. We do
That's
multiple.
great.
However, the name stuck, and we've been. It was a good switch for us to go to Elite because it the type of cuisine that we do, our work, and we stand behind it. Our work stands behind it, and I haven't had any problems with it. So I'm glad we did it.
Awesome. 100% agree. Your food is so delicious. Everything you
amazing.
for us has been amazing. Tell me a little bit about the business model shift and what you guys have had to overcome and what you've had to do over the last couple months since this whole pandemic thing came about.
Well, at first, I could honestly say I was straight blunt truth. I was like, "Oh Lord, what the hell am I gonna do?" Because it was just like
Because all weddings have been canceled.
Gathering large
Basically,
gatherings.
2 months.
everything was. Well, my buddy called me from the restaurant. He had just Jazzy Bees. He called me up, and he's like, "Bro, you having any problems?" Like, no, everything's still fine over here. And then the next week, it was just phone just blowing up. People panicking, calling, trying to reschedule. I still have like 5 events now with no date, but people are still booking up dates, but I can't hold those dates. Those people don't tell me a date to secure. But the whole shift with it all, honestly, it was an eye opener for me to not just get focused, because we were doing fine. We were doing very well with just doing a lot of large events and great. What the thought in my mind to have something else rolling just in case something like that falls through was never on my mind. But I guess on the positive side, Corona was an eye opener.
Sure.
Have something else rolling. And I Brooke, TJ, you guys know, as I told TJ before, you guys have been a tremendous lifeline for us. Because other than that, there ain't no catering, ain't no events, no nothing. The well is dry.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
the whole shift was a good shift to have something else rolling with not a whole nother business, but just something else rolling, that another product or something pumping from the business to subsidize the income.
Yeah. So
And
it's a standstill.
yeah, exactly. Now, one of my she has another catering company and brand and Livio's. Now we very close. They asked me, it's like, what are you gonna do about your family meals? You still gonna keep it rolling with your meal prep? I said I might have to, because I don't want to just flick this off and then piss off people. Oh, you guys not doing it no more. And it might leave a bad taste in some people's mouth. Maybe I don't know.
Right.
Maybe we do it every other week, if not every week. Something. But I still want to offer the service and the products. That way, you still got something coming in. Because it's probably gonna be a little bit before things get rolling again. Like
I was watching in the rally group, and somebody put up a poll earlier in there and said, "What are you gonna do? What are your plans? Are you hustling out to your favorite restaurant to go eat right away? Doesn't matter. You're going. Are you going out cautiously? Are you still planning to just do takeout and delivery?" And the majority of the people in there had checked the box for takeout or delivery. Second place was cautiously, and then you have a couple crazy people that are like, I'm just going wherever. I don't care if they clean or not. But so I think a lot of people are going to make that shift and start. You're going to get a lot of people that are going to be eating at home a lot more, and because they've recognized how important the family time is, being able to get meals from somebody like you that can provide a way different experience of a meal. They don't have to go out and go to the restaurants and get the same meals that they've always gotten at restaurants. They can get something that is unique, that basically they would only get if it was being catered at a wedding. So, or a big corporate dinner or something like that. That's the only way to get one of your meals until now, where what he's talking about in his business shifts is he was saying they've made shifts to you guys do the family meals, and then you're also doing meal preps for people who are on the run and don't have time to make all their food.
Yeah, that took off too, surprisingly. I was like, whoa.
Really? That surprised you? Oh my gosh, one reason not to have to cook, and I'm like, heck yeah, sign me up. Click, click, click.
I think the more people that learn about that is going to be, you're going to get a lot more of that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It still went almost a year nonstop. Over a year now, nonstop. Usually we shut it off because the first 6 months, everybody's, I'm getting off my diet plan. And then like from July to June, they're on it. And after that, it's out the window. But no, it's been on a rolling thing. It's like, they're signing up. So it's like, okay, we'll keep it rolling.
You guys do something unique at Elite Catering that I found is a little bit different. When you have people select their meals, they're not picking 1 or 2 meals for the whole week. It's not like on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they're eating the same thing.
Oh, no.
You guys allow them to pick 5 different meals based on a set of combinations. They have to stay within, these 2 or 3, actually it's 4 or 5 selections.
Yeah.
They literally, dang it.
Drink.
There's the word. If you say literally, sorry.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
They can pick 5 different meals, which I think is awesome. I don't know many others out there that do it that way. I think that's great of you guys.
Well, I can say for the
In the
people
butt
that
with
do
Sure.
the people that do meal prep on the regular, I'm only judge from the outside because I don't know how their model works. But like with us, we're a catering company, so this is what we do. We're used to only ordering what we need for whatever event is. We don't keep inventory. And most time, most meal prep, they probably like a restaurant, they have so much inventory on, and then they just keep running the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Which for me, I may eat off it the next day, maybe, but I can't eat off the same thing over and over again. I can't do it.
Nah, same boat. Well, that was my request this week, which I love that you guys just kind of jumped in and made that shift from the family meals. Doing the family meals, and you had them for 4 to 6 people. And I'm like, dang, that's a lot of food for just me and Brooke.
Tyler just picks.
Tyler picks a
you know.
little, but after that, it's just me and Brooke. So,
Yeah.
And we try to eat.
And I don't mind having leftovers,
proper, but 3-4 days of leftovers, like, dang, man, I need to eat something different. So I love that you guys made that shift to doing the 2 to 3 person portion. That was awesome, because now we can jump in and order a meal and not worried about having a bunch of leftovers that are either going to go bad, or we're just like, it's delicious, but I can't do this is my 4th day in a row.
And you don't want to go bad. Wait and eat it.
Thanksgiving turkey. You have a bunch of leftover turkey. By day 5, you're like,
I can't turkey anymore.
what do I do with this turkey?
We eat at our house. We never have leftovers ever.
Man,
But it's also going to be cost effective too for him.
Yeah.
It's
Even
crazy.
after I tell her, hey, we already have a 20-pound turkey, she's like, don't worry, I
bought
have
a 27.
a 27-pound turkey.
What is wrong with you?
That's a
What are you
big
feeding
bird.
next year?
No, we eat like, I swear we never have leftovers. Like, my family just eats. It's crazy.
The only reason all my garbage is supposed to leave my house is
No,
because
like,
people
you guys
never
are
eat all
so
the food.
small.
You guys got all that height you got to feed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 6 of us. Come on now.
Exactly.
Too funny, too funny. All right, Jeron, I have a couple fun questions for you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite event that you've catered?
Actually, it was when I was in school and I was at the governor's mansion.
Nice.
Nice.
I was there, and that's when I learned that catering is a lot of work, but it's the reward of, just seeing people you inform you're never gonna probably meet again.
Right.
And maybe a one-time thing, you get that one shot, and it's like you make that one-time impression. It's like, if they don't use you, somebody else is gonna definitely use you. And it's just like you say, cater food. Well, our type of the cuisine that we do, you're not gonna get it in the restaurant. You're not gonna be able to get it catered in, and because most of the time the ingredients that we use are seasonal, and it's always special ordered or something along those lines. But you can't keep it always on hand. So
Yeah,
when I did the governor's mansion, I really man, this is nice. It's a lot of work, but nice.
Do you do the stop and pause after you passed out all the meals and just kind of watch people's facial expressions?
Well, yeah. Especially at a wedding.
Kind of looking like, all right,
Like,
It's going to be satisfaction. It's
Yeah.
satisfaction
When they
you doing
come
all
out
this
there,
labor.
they come and they get seconds or thirds. It's like, we back again, huh? Yeah, man, that thing was good. I'm like, okay.
that's when you're like, here's my card. It's coming.
But actually, my son beats me to that. He's more like the car holder. He's more like the techie person.
Bravo to him on that.
He handles all of the uplighting and the that's his thing. That he'll run the LED bar. He'll hook up the uplighting and he'll hand out cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's his
and
thing.
you guys also do full bar catering.
The glow
Yes.
bar.
Full glow bar catering. Yes, customized, fully
Also,
customizable.
most places, most caterers don't also offer the bar service, so that's really cool.
Well, it's one of those things where it's a gamble. You don't know if anybody's gonna buy it, but you still gotta carry the license for it. So it's like the license and the insurance. So if you're gonna dump $5,000 in something that you may not reap the benefits off of, but we had too many people requesting it. So
Yep.
You
Nobody
have to
wants
look into it. And
Quick question, Jeron.
yes.
You're talking about having the license of that, and I used to work with alcohol many years back. So are you carrying like the 2 COP license for just beer and wine, or are you doing the 4 COP where it's the full liquor, or do you have a different one because you're a catering, because like a brick and mortar location?
It was a different one. It's the same one the restaurants have.
Okay.
Full liquor and beer. But just can't sell liquor without food.
Without food.
Okay, and that's because I know there's some that have different numbers, but because of that different rule, like they actually golf courses have to have 2 different licenses, because one is for the actual location and one is for the actual like beer cart.
It's a 13C3.
Okay, yeah, it's always a different number, but I just remember there was different numbers at different licenses. But I was always curious about that, because my mom used to have a catering business, but it was more to a specialized group of people. So it wasn't, like as broad as yours is, and you have a very broad cuisine. She did too, but I think yours is more on the commercial side. Hers, it was more like, people who knew her, and they would add requests to that from her. So it's really awesome hearing your stuff and going through your trials and tribulations. And I remember helping my mom through the same stuff. You're talking about your son, like that's what he would do. He would hand out cards and do stuff and get the word out. I would do the same thing for my mom. But then the one thing I hated about catering, really, the only thing I hated about catering was being on my feet for 18 hours.
Oh yeah.
So because some days you're walking around and I'm telling you, you're like you said, it's awesome seeing the expression of the people. They're enjoying the food. You're like, yeah, satisfaction and also getting paid. That's nice. But man, being on your feet, I started looking into good shoes after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on an actual, I got to go to the hanger clinic in a couple days now to pick up my prosthetic boot, because I have a bad ankle from being on my feet so many hours.
Oh yeah, I hear you, man. So I'm not there, but I never got there. But I feel you, man. It's not easy. People think it's just making food and delivering. Not that easy. That's awesome, man. You're doing great stuff.
Thank you.
Jeron, what's your favorite type of food to cater?
I like a lot of stuff. Believe it or not, know my food shows like it's like all fancy, but I'm really more of a bistro chef. I like more of a rustic kind of, like, I like stuff that's on a carving station, or like a whole chunk of roast beef, or a whole hog, even that. Put it on a carving station, carve it up over the heat lamp, and serve it up.
I'm like Winnie the Pooh. I'm like, yeah, keep talking. Yeah. Good.
I keep looking at Erica. So I know you cater a lot of events. What's the wildest thing that you've ever seen happen at an event that you're catering?
I did one the day after Christmas for some Cubans. And they about drunk me under the table with the liquor. They literally, I don't know, it was
Drink!
Oh, you said it. There it was.
Literally.
The only reason I'm not drinking right now.
Shut up,
misunderstanding at the consultation. And they thought that the bar was completely, like, it was just like I had a warehouse at the venue, like with unlimited cases of beer and wine and liquor, but a drink. I mean, it was just none, like they didn't, I don't know, they had a liver, a kidney, whatever messes up, but they just did not know when to stop. It was like,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, we never had to leave, go to the
yeah.
store and buy 10 extra cases of beer.
Wow.
Never had to do that. Never.
So do you like destination places? Like, do you do destination events? Like, I want to get married in Panama City. Would you cater to that, or is that too far out of your way?
No, it's not too. Long as the venue is, long as the venue can accommodate the menu. If they have something like, I'm not going to drive from, well, hopefully soon we'll be back in this area. If say we was here, I'm not going to drive from here to Panama City with stuff that's already prepared. The venue had to have a full kitchen for them to prepare everything.
So I would basically have to buy you for a day per se to cook.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, cool. I'll buy you.
That was easy.
I know, right?
Jeron, we got a question out of the chat room. How sanitary or gross are the chocolate fountains?
Oh.
Well, I mean, I got one up there, and it stays pretty clean.
Pretty
talking about
clean.
eating them?
Yeah, that doesn't sound confident.
Yeah, I don't understand how it would get dirty or gross.
Because people and their germs and their fingers.
Okay, you're speaking of people eating out of it. Eating,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
that's a different story there.
okay, I'm allergic to chocolate, so I'm not too familiar with this. But I know you dip the stuff into it and you put it on your plate and you take it back to your table, right?
But some people may double dip.
Or Brooke, let's go to Golden Corral one night so you can watch these little rat
no,
bastards
no,
stick their hand under it and go.
My kid double dipped in something at Erica's the other day, and she called it right out. You just double dip, man.
And he looked at me and went,
Hey,
heifer.
you're never too young to know the rules. Okay. Never too young.
Hey.
Like these two.
he's been eating my food since he was born. Really?
Jeron, you mentioned catering at the governor's mansion. Any other athletes, local celebrities, anything like that you've catered for?
Athletes, no.
You did a WWE event about
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. I was trying to meet some of those people,
He
but
does all these cool things. He doesn't even think they're cool.
He's like, man, I just make the food. I put in.
it was very interesting to go in there and you see the whole the screen setup was just a room where they got all these different channels where they can flip it and then make it play. It was crazy. But I walked past that room. I guess it's like the main operation room there, but that was quite an experience there. So I didn't meet any of the actors there, but I got an email from him. I guess he got busy. He did email me, tell everything was wonderful, was fantastic, and they will be using us again.
Awesome.
Yay.
Very cool. I've been friends with Drew for quite a while. So when he reached out to me and was like, who's the caterer in your B&I chapter? I said, I got you.
Well, they were very surprised with the vegan tacos. And then she was like, how is this vegan? I said, well, it's pecans. Pecans? I was like, yes, pecans. I cooked them and wrapped them up, put taco season on it. And then she was like, there's no way this is pecans. I'm like, yes, way it is pecans.
So outside of cooking, what's something that you like to do outside of cooking? A couple things, maybe.
Actually, I love refurbishing things.
Yeah.
I like just taking old stuff and sanding it down and revarnishing it and just bringing stuff back to life.
So wood?
Yes, wood or mostly wood things, something like that I can glue back together or.
We're still 5 years old over here.
Here's some new hardware.
Yeah, I'm looking at our dresser going, okay.
I could use some love.
Bring over some food and some of your shop materials. I need this thing actually where you're at.
Yeah, I enjoy doing that. That's a good woosah for me to like just do that.
Do you actually get time to do that, or are you so busy with like the meal preps and the events and stuff that you don't even have time to do it?
Well, I don't have time to do it right now. Because
that's a good problem.
Right?
Good.
Yes, it is. It's usually okay. Like my week starts out. The biggest thing in catering really is planning. So I have to plan out the whole week. Like I wasn't expecting to have like two wedding tastings on Saturday. So I have to run the family meals on Friday, then prep for the wedding tasting on Saturday. After the wedding tasting, go do meal preps. So it's like I don't have time for it. Usually throughout like Monday through Wednesday, it's all planning and putting things in perspective and start shopping and start whatever I can start working on, get it all worked in.
Okay.
I saw you guys moved the meal plan day or the family meal from Saturday to Friday, and I thought that was an awesome switch for you because wedding season is going to be back in, and what do? You can't multiply. There's no place that you can run around and do a wedding and deliver 20, 30, 40, 50, however many meals you're selling. There's just no way to do that. So good shift for you guys on that part. I thought that was a good idea.
I was trying to leave that day free for something, but
breathing.
No, thankfully there's nothing.
That's what Monday's for. Monday.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Brooke. Mondays, and Tuesdays after the meeting, I can sit back and watch a little bit of Netflix and put my feet up because I already know the weekend's coming. Go.
I'd like to say that your wife would be like, man, let's kick back and just chill out on the weekend. And I know she's like, why are we sitting here on the weekend? You need to be going to do something. Figure it out.
Hey, go out and make some money. What's wrong with you, boy?
Like, go make some money. You can sit down on Monday.
It's a little bit different now because she's actually working from home from her job here from Watts Clinic. So it's like I still like I'm just doing it by myself. So I'll run over there and come back and go do the orders, and I may drag my son with me if he's done with his homework.
There you go.
My daughter, she's always ahead of the game. She's the brainiac, so
How's that shift going for them? Switching to this digital stuff.
Online.
My son was rough. It was rough for him trying to keep up with it because I guess it's different. Well, it's different because the teacher's not teaching you nothing. You basically having to teach yourself, but they have to teach themselves.
A whole lot of self accountability.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to instill in him to you're 15 now, so it's not gonna get any easy from here. This is a good wake up call for you. Are you gonna be 10th grade? Yeah, 10th grade next year. So as time goes, it's just gonna get more and more and more. Life don't get easier.
Right. Right. Yeah, imagine. I'm talking with Erica with Hannah and EJ. It's just been crazy. I can't even imagine. I mean, imagine any of us being in school and all of a sudden they're like, jump on over on this computer and do all this stuff. And now we didn't.
I remember I had one
teacher
teacher
back then, but still
didn't teach anything. It's just like, here's your stuff.
Well, I think it's been glorious for Hannah because by God, that Common Core went out the fracking window the first darn day. So now she's like, Mom, I get this now. I'm like, well, no shit.
Thank goodness.
Good. Yeah.
I know they're already trying to get that eliminated, but
right.
Jeron, I know you don't have a lot of free time, but where is one place that you've visited, your favorite place that you've visited, or someplace that you'd like to go in the future?
I would like to go back to Chicago.
I've never been. Like, what was cool about it?
After we met, that was the first time flying a plane for one.
You flew the plane?
You flew it, or you
I
were
rode
a passenger?
You like walk in, you're like, I'm from Elite Catering, move over.
No,
pilot, we didn't even know.
Flying it right now.
Passenger in the plane, but it was they said it gets hot up there, but I'm like, where? I mean, I think it was the picnic day. It was a beautiful day. The grass was different. But it was just the whole.
Did you put it between your toes and it's like so soft?
I wanted to.
You should have.
I don't know what it's called, like blue. They call it something else.
Bluegrass.
It
it wasn't like Bahia. It wasn't like anything I've seen before. It was almost, I don't know, but it was
like
very
silk
nice.
on your toes.
Yeah, they have that up in Tennessee as well. When we went up there, the grass is gorgeous.
Normally you see like most of the very upscale houses have it, but I ain't never seen a whole field playground with it. Right. It was like, whoa, it was everywhere.
Fancy in Chicago.
I wanted to go to eat at the Michael Jordan restaurant, but no, that price I don't know. So we went to Papa Do's, and that was good. But it was different because I'm an Arnold Palmer person, and they bought me a lemonade with unsweet tea.
Oh, no. Yeah, they don't have sweet tea up north, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the first time I went out of Florida or the South and asked for an iced tea and got unsweet tea, and I was like, what is this?
Why are they trying to poison me? This is enormous.
I go, I asked for tea, and they're like, it is tea, and I'm like, but it tastes really bitter. What's wrong with it?
1 star on Yelp.
Yeah. And
wow.
TJ's from New York, so he had to inform me that not all tea is sweet.
Well, you see that canister of sugar over there? Just start dumping. I
had no idea that tea even came in unsweet.
It's an option.
I didn't think it was. That's why I asked for iced tea, and I got this bitter tasting stuff.
Dirty water.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Here with us, you have to request
They just
it.
gave me packets of sugar, and I'm like, that's not the same. It's not the
They
same.
just looked at me like,
They didn't even offer it in sweet. They just gave you packets of sugar, and you had to do it yourself.
would you like
Wow.
Not the same.
So, Jeron, since that's the place that you liked to visit, where is your dream place to visit?
Actually, honestly, Fiji.
Really? Why?
Hey,
They got great water.
Well, it's exotic, and I like stuff off the map. Really, don't know. That's the only place that popped in my mind. Really, when thinking about exotic vacation, someplace different to go off the map, Fiji. Go Fiji.
Like look at Brooke's background, like that, something like that. You're imagining like sunset, the beach, beautiful colors.
Man, all of it really, because everybody goes to Paris or London or Spain or Russia or whatever. If not Fiji, the second one would be Alaska. Those
There you go.
bricks.
Okay. Hot or cold? Got it.
Yeah, that's extreme.
My
We're gonna
dad,
go in Alaska when the winter time is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, my
His
dad
dad
goes
wants
to
to
Alaska
be
almost every year and loves it.
his dad wants to be a 6 month on, 6 months off in Alaska.
That sounds pretty good. I was
Wow.
actually presented the opportunity to do something like that as a chef.
Oh
No
wow.
kidding.
I'm another BNI member. Yeah, I was like, that's Alaska. And she told me how much they pay. I was like, well, maybe.
Maybe I do.
Maybe why not?
So, do we want to get a quick trivia question from the chef?
yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead,
Okay.
Jeron. Ask us a question.
That we
Okay.
won't know
If
about
you don't
catering.
know,
a
Then we gotta
question
drink.
about catering that you think that we don't know. And you
Okay,
might wanna go
well,
super basic because we don't know a darn thing about catering.
this is along the lines of catering, and food really. This could possibly prevent you from getting sick or death. What is the
Easy
proper
one.
temperature? Huh?
Easy
one.
question. Yeah, avoiding death.
Oh well. What is the proper temperature?
Oh, you
I
die.
know. I'm like, jeez.
The proper temperature to safely reheat food.
Ooh.
Medium rare.
Reheat 375.
Holy sh! What are you making? Jerky?
I'm gonna take that's a no.
You said
I don't microwave 2
375?
minutes.
5 minutes in the microwave? Hell, I don't know.
I said temperature. What is the temperature?
But for how
Yeah.
long? So
I'm going with 200 degrees.
yeah, I'd go with like
Shit.
180, 200 for 5 minutes, maybe.
You can tell I don't make the food
I
in
don't
this
know.
house.
I didn't know my stove could go that low.
It's the warm setting.
Oh,
And when
Well,
I
I'll
say
take it.
this, I'm speaking of the temperature of the food, not the oven or the
oh, I
microwave.
was talking about the oven.
Oh, yeah, me too. That's what I
I
was
don't
thinking too.
poke my food. Like with the
Oh,
thermometer.
that made this even funnier.
I'm like, it's one blow. You get a, okay, it's good.
Okay, we fail. What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
It's 165 degrees.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Brooke was close at the
All right.
180. She still got a drink.
Yeah, she was close.
I'm okay with that.
Carlos, where's your drink?
I've not been drinking because I have my special drink that I made apparently 3 servings of because I misread it again. So, yeah, I'm gonna get hammered.
3 servings. Why aren't
Listen,
you already
you're-
drinking it?
You're 2
Because-
hours behind. Plus,
I know. I know.
Trivia
Plus this. Trust me. I got to take a big chug of this one. I understand. It's gonna hurt. I'm ready. So that's
But
the
why
time may
aren't
end up
you
somewhere
already
around my head. Just it's okay. I got this. I got this. I got this.
Jeron, greatly appreciate you
Yes.
coming on and talking to us tonight, telling us a little about
Hey,
what goes on in your world, what goes on in your head, what just some quick dreams and aspirations and things like that. Glad to see you have weathered the storm of what we are considering
Yes.
coming to the end or the lull of this pandemic. I'm glad to see
Yeah.
you guys were able to pull through that. We love being able to help you through it. We love being able to continue to help you in your trek, in your venture, and working your way toward retiring a nice happy man.
Yes.
Someday in the future when the wife decides you're allowed.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so glad to have your time. We're going to drop your website up there into the chat room as well as your Facebook. But why don't you tell us where to find you on the web and tell us what you're looking for in the next couple of weeks, business wise, and over the next couple of months as things get back opened up for you.
The next couple of weeks, I'm definitely looking forward to business picking up. The wedding season is here. There's a lot of people who are pushing forward with their wedding days. So we're definitely looking forward to it. We're definitely do our part to accommodate them and make sure that it's just as beautiful or just as what they dream to be. Also, for us business-wise, I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully coming back over this way. Seems like trying to find their own production ready to go kitchen is just really, really tough over here. I found something, but it had been leased out 6 months before they moved out. I was like, wow, where was the notice at? So
Wow.
I'm still not giving up, still looking. So if all else fails, we may just be back over here at Catapult. I'm just trying to work out some numbers and trying to see, especially with my liquor license, because once you set up one place, they don't transfer. You have to pay it all over again to move it somewhere else.
Yep.
Oh.
It's county based, right?
Yes, it is. County based. I'm in Orange right now, but I can go anywhere in Florida. But right now it's going to be, if I move again, it's going to be in Hillsborough. That's what I'm trying to get back over this way.
Nice.
And so that's the plan. That's the agenda. So we're going to keep rolling with what we already have and keep this added to it, for us with the meal preps and the family meals, and just keep going and keep pursuing on. And that way I can get my staff back in and hopefully get another sous chef in and train and the way.
Take some weight off those shoulders.
Yeah.
I did notice our office assistant had said that her wedding venue actually contacted her today and said, hey, listen, we are part of that 25%. We're allowed to basically, as they're kind of classified toward a wedding style or something like that. So her venue said that we are classified and able to do 25%, and our 25% is 75 people, which is right at what she was planning to do.
Oh, wow.
So those,
She's also
I
looking
guess
for a caterer.
I don't know if you would call that a smaller or medium-sized wedding. That would be a medium to me. 75 people, 200 is probably large. So that medium-sized wedding for most that are out there are pretty much back on at several venues that have the capacity
or
to do
outdoor seating.
And the outdoor seating.
Right.
So I'm really looking forward to that turn in business for you specifically. When she mentioned it, the first thing I thought was, yes, back to the wedding bookings. That way you can open up a little bit and start booking those weddings that are not those 250 plus that you have to worry about. So it'll be kind of cool to see you get back in the swing on that.
Yes, definitely looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward. Of course, the staff is too ready for everything to get back to normal.
Imagine.
So
yeah, we can't leave Brittany to her own. She'd just be on Facebook, just going crazy. Especially if the Dolphin season.
She's probably gonna adopt like 25 more pit bulls.
Yeah, see, she keeps getting dogs. I'm like, well, how many more dogs she gonna get? She's got a goat. I'm like, you got a goat now? Like, man.
Love her. We've known her forever. Yeah,
we did adopt a
Dalmatian.
So
don't worry, we have an 8-week-old Dalmatian.
So what's really scary is I've known her since I was about 18 when we were in a car club.
That's hilarious.
I could see that.
I could definitely.
Car club.
Yeah.
Crazy minis, low riders.
That old.
She's hanging out with OG Winter Circle. Super cool girl. Anyways, buddy, love having you on. Thank you so much for your time tonight. Wish you all the best of luck in love in business. We are here for you for anything that you need.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Erica doing the poo shimmy. Looking forward to your meal being delivered to her house tomorrow. Once again, guys, this is Jeron Mathis from Elite Catering, Chef Jay. Be sure to check them out. We're going to post the links into Facebook. Elite Catering Company is the company name. They do family meals, wedding catering, corporate catering, meal preps. We didn't talk about it tonight, but the private chef dining as well.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that after we get on, but I'll make sure that we mention that because I love that idea for anybody with anniversaries coming up.
I'm working with a client right now. She mentioned me about it for the anniversary. So
I saw it. I love the idea to have Elite Catering be your private chef. When you don't feel like going out to the restaurant, they'll bring the restaurant to you without all the extra.
yes, sir.
And a lot better food. All right, buddy. We love you. Thank you so much for being on tonight.
Good to
All
you, Ron.
right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Too awesome. Too awesome.
Yeah, I already took care of putting the
Love
links to
Jeron.
everything on the chat, so it should be there.
I loved him making the business shift and having to move to family meals. That was a great shift for them. Like you said, it's going to be super tough to phase out now that you provide family meals and people are like, hey, I still don't plan on going out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm wondering how many restaurants will keep it going as well. Like I know the bigger restaurants probably won't because they'll be busier again. But while they're at 25% capacity, I mean, you still have to rely on those takeout orders to fill, I don't know, the quota.
So I take it I'm the only person in this group that prefers takeout instead of sitting at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
before all this.
Yeah.
Got it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Especially if I can leave the toddler with a babysitter.
Okay.
There you
I
go,
mean,
No
there you
problem.
go.
Bring back food.
I don't get
You have kids. You get to be, and they're older, so you can be like, go away, and they're like, oh, okay, no
It's
problem.
more like go get food, bring it back.
You don't even have to say go away. They just don't even want to hang out. Anyways, they just go and hang
Have
out.
you met Hannah?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's a little attached to
Yeah.
me.
But I mean, so apparently the rule is now what with restaurants? It's going to be what outside? It's got to be 6 feet apart, and then 25% capacity inside, right?
Here's the thing: 6 feet apart. The tables need to be 6 feet apart. Okay. So I saw the world's largest beer pong table in downtown one time, and that table just extended forever. Is there a length of table? Because if not, we could just have one table.
Yeah, I didn't say
There's no
how
rule.
large your party can be.
There's
Right,
no rule on
right.
that.
However, if you're only at 25% capacity, you can only have so many people. That's outside.
Yeah.
So, I
So
don't know.
inside is 25% capacity. So like Winter Circle that's about 30 people.
I'm just
is
saying,
what Brooke
if
had
people want to
calculated.
have a Cinco de Mayo
Not
party
green.
and it's outdoors, you just have one giant table. How does that work?
There's a way around it.
Everyone
Everybody just sits around it, and as long,
Like if we just do a
but everybody in the table must know each other.
table in a big U shape.
and you got 5 days to get girls.
We're good.
We've probably been quarantined and binge eating.
We gonna have a fluffy bikini contest.
It's Polk County, baby. It's all good.
It's all about boobs and ass.
It's our first one.
Don't look at the bellies.
More
Saran
fishing
wrap
for
it.
the pushing, baby.
Yeah, but
Saran.
I mentioned it earlier. I said, for like Winter Circle, Dad should just pop up tents and put it. We got like 10 of the pop up tents. Put tents out on the patio,
Well, he
so
has
that way you have all the shade,
the
and then put a
cornhole
table
area
under each
like where they
one
play
in that
cornhole.
area, and every table is
Yeah, there you
basically
go.
apart if it's a 10-foot tent.
Right.
So I'm like,
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah,
that's a fun idea. But then you look at it, how many people can sit at that table? Bob Salvador could answer that question for
I
you.
haven't ever seen somebody sit outside at Winners. They're always standing.
Oh, they're
People
just
sit
not there at
outside
the right
all
time.
the time.
man, people early tonight.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
not.
I think that I think when you do 5 or 6 people, at the table, and then you push the table 6 feet apart, like at 10. Let's see, we got 10 tents, 6 per table. That's 60 people,
We got Freddie.
and then you got another 30 inside. Yeah, I think that's awesome. Anyways, Carlos, turn it over to you.
all right. So jumping on here a little bit early, but since things are just kind of moving and trucking along, we've already got the great, the wonderful, and illustrious Mr. Freddie DeJesus popping on here. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing fantastico, along with the group here. I have to, are you in your closet? Where are you?
Oh, man. You in your closet.
You wanted to show off your shoe shelf, didn't you?
No kidding. Dang.
I know what's going on right there.
Hey,
He just
hey,
wants to come out of the closet.
don't hate on my shoe.
By the way,
This is where I do my best work is in my closet.
Freddie, is that a shoe shelf? Is that a shoe shelf?
It is a shoe shelf, yes.
I love it.
well, I'm going to ask, please quit being a
Don't
sociopath and
encourage
you send your
him.
phone sideways.
I need one. I need it for my chucks.
No,
Don't
your
encourage-
phone, your phone.
It's like my hat.
You're feeding him shoe obsession.
There we go.
Thank you.
Hey.
All right, there we go. Now we can see. Now we can see more of the closet.
I'm in the closet.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
No, I don't believe you either.
Huh?
The
You know, actually,
put us back in the closet. We're all in
Yeah.
the closet.
I have performed alongside your band.
yeah. And I've met your husband. You're not in any closet there.
As much as I
So,
like.
and I am.
Right. Okay.
No, but real quick, to introduce tonight's drink, it's the margarita drink that I'm having tonight, but I'm doing a special occasion here for the margarita drink. I know Cinco de Mayo's next week and whatnot, but today I thought I'd take it upon advisement of our government. So I'm drinking a special version of a margarita. So this is my margarita tonight.
Ah! Mr. Cleanerita.
Yes.
It's a cleanerita. So trust me, it's gonna clean my liver real quick.
I love you. As he keels over in 30 seconds.
Damn.
It works.
You're
I
gonna
gotta
lose
get
all
my
your
eye-
hair.
Coronavirus.
The label.
I gotta get my IV of this.
Well, here's to that tea.
Give me your drink.
Yeah, are you going?
No.
No,
Oh
I
my god.
Give me your drink. 'Cause I'm not going.
Go get a drink, boy.
Well, fill those with ice cream. Big. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I will post my special ingredients to the cleanerita. I don't know what I want to call it now, but I'll post that here in a second on chat. But nevertheless, Mr. Freddie DeJesus, again, thank you for joining us this evening. It is number one, wonderful to see you.
Well, I'm so fucking bored. This is great.
He's like, I had nothing better to do, so I'm going to join you guys, of course. But Freddie, we were talking about you earlier a couple moments ago that you're not only the creative director at Ultimate Dance Center, but you also have your own Freddie Dance project as well. And I know you've been dancing since God knows how long now. But a question that I wanted to know, I've always been curious, is when did you know that you wanted to start dancing, to become a dancer? You know, because some people have that moment, you know, that spark. When was it for you?
Wow. It was wait.
Hey, what? The
Fame.
Fame?
Fame.
Oh, Fame. Okay.
Right, the 80s TV show Fame. It was on television. I was a 80s kid, so it was on TV. It's my favorite shirt and dance, my dance life. And it inspired me to want to dance. I originally wanted to be a writer. I wanted to do television and radio, but I saw dance and I was like, that speaks to me. And of course, being Latino and always being a dancer and, you know, at the parties with the family and kind of like the culture of dance was always something that was very big in my life, because my family, my grandma danced, my family were dancers. They were not professional dancers, but when it was time to throw down, cutting it up. So there was always dance involved in the family. So that inspired me to want to become a professional dancer, because this show Fame was on television that showed professional dance. And I was like, I want to do that. And then of course I was able to go to a dance school, a dance studio, and study dance.
That was up in New York, in Brooklyn, or?
That was in New York, because you know, in New York the boroughs are different than in Florida. It's kind of like I guess you got to go to the school that you is in
You're zoned for.
In your zone. But in New York, you like college, you get to apply for schools, and some of the schools are specialized. So I applied to a school called the High School of Graphic arts that was specialized in media and communications and media. And right up the street was Alvin Ailey. And so I would walk past Alvin Ailey every day, and I was like, I'd see all the dancers coming out, and I was like, I'm gonna walk in there one day. And eventually I did, and the rest is history.
That is awesome, man. It's funny how so early in life, I think we talked about this last episode, but you're saying, oh, what did you want to do? What did you grow up to do? And I think Brooke was the only one who, hey, I wanted to be in marketing, and I ended up in marketing. The rest of us were like, we're like 180.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it was like, you know, again, being in a city where there's like so much shit in your face all the time, you're exposed to so many things, whether you want to be or not. No, it's all in your face. But to be a kid that was going from, I would say, the equivalent of what would be like Lakeland, and I was commuting from Brooklyn, which was a little bit more suburban and, you know, white picket fence, backyard. People had houses in Brooklyn, brownstones, but in Manhattan, it was the big city. It was like, you know, oh shit, I can, you know, there's hookers here and there's people sell drugs on the street.
First thing you notice about Manhattan, okay, there's hookers.
Yeah,
not the cabaret, not the Broadway.
Broadway and hookers and, you know, and crack. Yeah, it was a
good times.
Good stuff.
Oh my God.
But I survived it, fortunately for me. And dance was really the catalyst to kind of like propel me through, you know, some amazing stuff and, you know, being able to meet and dance alongside some pretty amazing people.
Do you have a favorite genre?
That's good to know for sure. Now, I know that.
A favorite genre? I think my favorite genres would be within like the jazz and contemporary styles. You know, the Fosse, that like Paula Abdul era, Janet Jackson. Okay. You know, those were like commercial. That's my generation. My generation are the, you know, I was dancing in New York City in the height of like 1989, 1990, 91, 92, 93. So those were like years of like, you know, I took class with Jennifer Lopez. So J-Lo was like my, you know, my counterpart in the studio. Right. She was a year older than me. She was like a little older than me, but you know, young. We're like, come on, let's hang out, you know. And she didn't care who I was. But I was there.
There you go.
You might not have been looking, but how was that booty?
Hey, if she was, you know, she was killing it then, like she's killing it now, and it looks the same. I'm like, girl, she sold to somebody because she looks amazing.
She's a witch.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, that was that time period. That was New York City in the early 90s, late 80s.
Wow, that's and going through that and kind of living and growing from it. Now, I know you've done a lot of things since the New York era, coming out to Florida, and working even with what was it? What was the one and right there by Folk Theater and everything? I just went blank.
Florida Dance Theater. I was here with Florida Dance Theater. I did that for 15 years. I was associate artistic director, but I landed in Florida because I was offered a really amazing opportunity. At the time, it was 1998. And I came to visit my mom in Broward County because we relocated to Broward in the late 80s. And so I was what is called a Florida, New York transplant. I was like back and forth between Florida and New York, which I think is a good mixture because it kind of gives somebody a sense of like a little bit more of like, you know, tropical life and then like that hardcore city life. But long story short, I ended up in Lakeland, met Florida Dance Theater, did a nutcracker at Florida Dance Theater, and then got offered a job at the Rochelle School of the Arts.
Nice.
Wow.
And that was like early on in the history and the trajectory of what is now the Rochelle School of the Arts. And I was a guest artist at Harrison School of the Performing Arts. And I did that for a year. And then I was just kind of like, kind of like Lakeland. People were like, Lakeland? Like, shut up. Like, cool. It's like close to Tampa and Orlando, so I can get in trouble and like still get home and get a good time. And I was like, I was still in I think I was 29. I don't remember. That's all a blur. But I wasn't 30 yet, that's for sure. So I still wanted to party, stay out late, even though I had to be at the school at 7 a.m. and be Mr.
It's all that crack messes your head, you know.
Yeah, and then I was dancing at Florida Dance Theater, and then I left, and I took a hiatus, and I went to Dallas, Texas, and met this amazing guy named Bruce Wood, who I danced with Bruce Wood for 3 years, and then I met Bruce Moore, who you know, Bruce Carlos, and I suckered him into coming back to Florida with me, and he's been here.
True love.
Yeah, so I came back to Lakeland in 2003 to become the Associate Artistic Director of what is Florida Dance Theater, which is an amazing contemporary ballet company here in Lakeland. And I did that for a while, and then I decided I wanted to open my own studio and kind of foster my own non-for-profit, which my non-for-profit is Freddie Dance Project. And Freddie Dance Project is a sort of like a foundation that raises money for young dancers to study dance and go in the direction of being a professional like myself. And then I'm what is considered to be a co-owner and a sort of like artistic director. I'm the artistic director and co-owner of what is Ultimate Dance Center. And Ultimate Dance Center is a lot like where J-Lo and I dance, which is Broadway Dance Center. And it has like hip-hop, jazz, contemporary, salsa, sexy dance, pole dancing. We have everything. We're like, to me, the newest, hottest thing in Lakeland that offers dance, which is dance for everybody, all ages, babies, adults, grandma, if she wants to come and get a groove on, I don't care. Just because people want to dance, and especially now with all of this stuff going on, I'm blown away at how many people have been reaching out to us at the studio and are like, "When are you gonna open? I want to come and dance. Do you have anything online?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So we've been doing online classes, which has been
awesome.
Yeah, that's been a crazy experience, the online thing.
Quick question, you just brought it up right now. With everything that's happening, I know people are doing distance learning even for dancing, taking courses and classes.
Yeah.
But wasn't yesterday World Dance Day or something like that? Or?
Yes, it was World Dance Day, which is a celebration of dances from around the world. Celebrating international dance and dance culture and awareness. And we had thrown together some stuff. We had started, because we always annually plan these things. You know, there's National Dance Day, World Dance Day. There's all these dance days throughout the year. You kind of like want to tag in. Been planning to tag into this one, but with social distancing, it was a little crazy to put something together. But we whipped the video together, and you can see it on our page if you check us out at UDC on Facebook, Ultimate Dance Center, or you can check it out on my page. It's us honoring World Dance Day with some salsa. I think we got some Caribbean. We've got some bomba plena.
Do you have any pole fitness? Destiny's asking about that. Do you do any pole fitness? I know you talked about
pole fitness. We bring in a pole artist every season, and we do a whole schedule, and we set it all up with a group of dancers who want to come in and do the pole dancing fitness, and we get champagne, and it's kind of like a private party for that. And then we also have an entire adult class series, which is like hip hop and jazz and what we call commercial. We have stilettos and heels, which is a heels dance class for wearing stilettos and heels. We've got sexy chair for anybody that wants to dance in a chair. I mean, we've got a whole variety, and it runs all year long. And so normally it happens after. And you got to sign up now, honey.
Sign me up already.
You're like, get me up in there now.
Are you going to continue to do the virtual classes and things? Like Brooke wants to take her fine ass there, she can, but I'm going to stay my fat ass here at the house.
Girl, come on, you can do it to the studio, okay? You're like, no, I will do it from my house. Yes, we do actually. We've been since this whole Corona madness has happened, it has opened up the door of online and virtual classes. So now we're about to keep doing this because this is really cute, and we have even having customers that signed on that weren't even with us before Corona, but are going to now.
I mean, being an introvert like me, like I would feel nervous to come out and do that in a class of people that I don't know.
You're right.
Yeah.
So online would work for you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So TJ's not going to buy a pole for his house.
But you can put a pole. I'm not going to put it in my house. Trust me, I will. You know, my girl, she's amazing. She's from Tampa, and she will be happy to sign on to that. Cheers to you. Yeah, this whole Zoom
Sure.
been really interesting. I'm impressing myself daily.
My cousin.
Oh my goodness. I know people are probably on the chat going right now, pole dancing, pole dancing. I've already lost you. What? Pole dancing? I keep hearing pole dancing. Did you say pole dancing? Because I heard pole dancing.
Maybe I should hashtag that. One moment,
Carlos
please.
is drinking his disinfectant.
Every time
Oh
Carlos
my
takes
god.
a sip of his drink, I'm just dying.
I know. Yeah.
You mean my new juice cleanser?
The margarita?
It's my cleanerita.
Margarita.
The cleanserita.
Cleanserita.
So we were,
okay.
I hear
we
a
were
great.
talking with our buddy Jeron earlier, and he's a caterer, and talking about how he had to shift his market as well to offer family meals and stuff like that, where he normally caters weddings. I love hearing about you guys making that pivot to do digital, and being able to offer the classes digitally, basically, or virtually, so to speak. So that way, and I think that move forward, like you said, you're going to stick with it. And I think that that's a great idea, because you could stack out your classes in town and have a full packed house, and then find an off time that you have a couple hours to teach a class, or even record webinar classes that people can follow along with, that would allow people to be able to subscribe to learn these moves. Like,
yes.
So here's 30 seconds or 60-second clip to learn this dance move.
The web developer.
And then we're gonna give you, we're gonna give you one
that's where
we're a day, stuff like that.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, because that's where we are right now. We're learning so much about like ways of interacting with students, and I even have a student who is his brother. This is a crazy story, but his mom is working for me, and both of her kids are special needs. One of them is sort of an Asperger's level, sort of autistic, like off the wall, but like super talented. And the other one lives in a facility and has been in a wheelchair and is sort of a quadriplegic, and he's got a lot of issues. Long story short, little brother goes to visit older brother who's in the hospital, and he's dancing with him, and they connect with me, and I'm like, wow. And then later on, I'm like, how many kids are there probably at home that are special needs that would like to have somebody connect with them on a dance level, as well as other arts levels? But I immediately, dance was the main thing that connected. So that's where I'm at, like creating more of this accessibility with this thing, because
that's also a language that everyone
a language that
everyone understands. Like, as Tyler is 2 years old, he understands shake your booty.
Right.
Just
before bedtime. You tell a story.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
He cuddles with his rope that Auntie Erica bought him. But when he is sitting with Daddy getting his cuddle time before I come and put him in bed, he puts his cup of milk on the robe, and I shake it out for him to get the condensation off the robe. And tonight I was just playing around with him. I was shaking it. I go, "Oh, Mommy's shaking her booty, and I'm shaking her robe." And
he goes, "Mommy's shaking that booty. Mommy's shaking that booty."
Goes, "I want to shake my booty.
Shake your booty."
Okay. So we just shake.
Okay.
We just kind of shook his hips in the chair with TJ.
And he goes, "I want to get down."
And he goes, "No, I want to get down. I want to shake my booty on the floor."
Okay.
I set him down on the floor, and him and Mommy
he's
were
just
really
like,
shaking on the floor. It was so cute.
It was so
cute. He wanted to dance, and it's something that, like, it was just so cute that he wanted to shake his booty.
But that's it, is everybody understands that. Everybody wants to do that. Like, if I see you dancing, I'm like, hey.
I just keep dancing like the Pooh Bear back. I'm like,
I know, I keep looking at her.
Yes, I saw it.
We all know music is the universal language. It really is. And there's a lot of people that don't dance because they're too shy.
All of webinars and stuff.
Yep.
It definitely taught us a lot about connectivity and people wanting to be connected. The same way we're connected. My kids are logging in. Some of my teenagers are not logging in, and I've been like, you need to log in, finger waving, and I'm sure they're like, But the little ones, they're obsessed. They're like, what? And then I log in and they're like doing antics. They're not even doing what I'm talking about. It's just
they're TikToking.
Them to, it's like, I think to myself, I'm like, I could only imagine what it would have been like in 1974, me trying to interact with Oscar the Grouch on television. Could you imagine Sesame Street? We call in and have a conversation with Big Bird and Oscar.
Yes.
She's like, yeah.
Nope.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to log in and have a conversation with Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch. Only because this is the new age, that you can log in. Kids being able to log into me. I do the stupidest, most random things with them when I'm on this sort of little TV thing, and they love it and they're obsessed. And I'm like, wow, this is a new age of a way of interacting as an instructor in whatever art form you're in or whatever medium you're in, because now teachers are doing it this way. They're not just engaging their kids in the classroom anymore. It's changed for everybody.
Carlos, you're killing me.
I know, I'm dying with this giant bottle of
with the Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean.
Well, I have to mute him because the ice gets so loud when it's clank, 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 clank.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
In that tiny little hole.
Freddie, off-topic question. What's your favorite type of shoes? What's your favorite pair of shoes?
Type of shoes?
Yeah, what's your favorite pair of shoes? I see a bunch back there. What's your favorite pair? Mine are Chucks. I love Chucks.
I still love my Doc Martens.
Kind of red shoe.
Just
red.
Just red?
Just a red.
It doesn't
shoe.
matter. Just red.
Red.
Is that a favorite? Is that a favorite color, or is it a?
It's just, as of lately, it's just been red.
Because stands out. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice,
Goes
cool.
with everything too.
Yeah.
I've
It's a cool personality piece. Like
I've always been a fan of yellow shoes.
Oh.
So I've never owned a pair of yellow shoes. I've
Really?
seen them in magazines and like a statement
yellow
pieces
shoe?
for the outfit to wear a yellow shoe, and I'm like, that's bold.
But it seems to be that
cool.
it seems to be anytime you have any extensive color like that, it's always going to be like, oh, a regular pair of shoes, $40, $50, $80. But some extreme color, oh, it's going to be $155. Like, what the hell?
I'm making a size
for a pair of
15.
It's like,
you shopping at the
Good luck-
wrong
good
place,
luck.
man.
I know, trust me. I said, look, the pair I have On Clouds, and I love those for running shoes. I've learned to shop smartly, if that's a word.
Sure.
But yeah, I'll go with it. But yeah, but I remember there was a pair that were normally $145. I went to the clearance section. I found a pair. They were, on sale for $68. I'm like, yeah.
$8 shoes. That's gotta. Butch Queen she
Yeah.
like to spend $50 on shoes. She's a cheap drag.
Yeah. So people may not know. I mentioned it really. I know TJ brought up briefly, but you're also the lead singer of a band called Butch Queen and the Bad Habits.
Yes, Butch Queen in the back.
and you even have a music video as well. You guys have done. Is it only one, or do you have?
The boys have been working on a new album. So we did some recordings and we got a lot of stuff we've been working on. So they're working on a new album. We have a new video that we just released called Homophobe. It was right at the beginning of the pandemic. We released Homophobe, and you can see it on YouTube. You can see all of our videos on YouTube, Butch Queen and the Bad Habits.
You did those with Kenny.
Like us and
Kenny, right? A good portion of those with Kenny at EMG, right? I know.
Yeah, Kenny at EMG. Yeah. Kenny is our biggest. He's our biggest supporter. He's been amazing to us since we started. He took us under his wing and took us for our first video project and our first. Kenny has been our dad.
Yeah. Same thing with us at the Detectives. I'm the trombone player in the Detectives. We played alongside you guys at Kenny's grand opening, and loved hanging out with you guys. And
we love you too. The Detective thing, you guys
kill. It's fun to share the stage. We don't get to share the stage with many people anywhere anymore. Nobody does multi-band shows anymore, so. It's one of those, we got a chance to play that with you guys, and it was a lot of fun. You guys sounded great. It was cool. The personalities in the band are a blast. I love it. Like you guys have
a lot of personality.
Yeah, but you guys
have personalities.
Oh, you are. such a fun stage presence. Like you guys have such a fun stage presence, and you can tell that you guys love just playing, jamming, and making your music and telling your stories, and I like it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the crazy thing about those boys is that they met me through dance. They were like my dance. They were like my punk rock skater punk boys, loser students that I would yell at every week. And in high school, they were in the theater club of their tenor rock school, and I met them at the theater conference. And their teacher was like, "You inspired them so much. You have to come to the school and teach them dance." And I was like, "I don't know. This is
like, come on, no."
Yeah, I was like, "That's gonna be really rough." And then they became my friends in a very obscene kind of way. They were like, I said, "You know, I'm not coming back," and they were like, "Well, can we get together? Because we wanted to show you some punk videos that we watched with RuPaul." And I was like, "Yeah." Then RuPaul was in a punk band, and they were like, "You know that RuPaul was in a punk band?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, I'm as old as RuPaul, so I kind of how old are you?" And long story short, that's how we bonded, and we stayed friends, and they stayed in my life. And then we started working on music together and the Rocky Horror Picture Show and yada yada yada, you know. And then they're like, we have a gig and we need a drag queen, and I was like, "Well, fuck yeah, like I'm in." So then we do this New Year's Eve gig, and I'm like singing these songs with them, and then we became Butch Queen and the Bad Habits. It just kind of happened, and we did a punk musical. We did a punk musical, and that evolved from just sort of like a Hedwig and the Angry Inch from Brooklyn to what is now Butch Queen and the Bad Habits, the band. And that evolved all through dance, because, you know, dance is it's the thing that connects me to people. It's my way of what is it? Well, people call it. It's a business thing, marketing. What is it called? Your niche, your market, your niche market,
Your
or
niche.
your
Yeah.
It's just
right niche. Yeah.
You're branding your niche. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a part of my branding. It's like dance is like the way that I connect with people. And so even with the band, like when I started dancing a lot with the band, people really liked it. And I was like, "Fuck, I'm so old. I'm so tired. My fucking back hurts." I feel shoes and but it really works. People like it. Yeah, she's moving and grooving. I'm like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. I need to stop drinking."
So Freddie, if you couldn't sing or dance ever again, what would you do?
Oh.
If I couldn't sing ever again, what would I do?
Besides die.
I would lose it.
I'd be miserable.
I would probably be helping people some kind of way. Some.
So you'd be a steward.
Oh.
I'd be
servant.
I'd be helping people some kind of fucking way. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you know Nancy Lang. You guys got to get Nancy on the show. Nancy's an inspiration because she does sort of like end of life healthcare. Mm-hmm. She like helps people that are like towards the end of their life. And I met her at a really crazy time in my life, and she and I connected over a lot of drinks and long stories, and learning a lot about how you just kind of like innately care about people in a weird kind of way. And I was like, "Girl, like, yeah, I've just always been that kind of person. I don't know that I wanted to be a nurse." I was like, but if I had to be, I would think that would be the direction I would have gone in, to be like some kind of like child health care for children or young people or people.
Some type of servant leadership.
Or a caregiver?
Kind of, yeah. I would think someone that just kind of like helps to take care of people, keep people taken care of.
Yeah. That's your new tagline.
You're like, "Girl, you need some groceries? Come on, let's go." Like,
how about only across the street or something like that?
I don't, you know.
Sometimes that's what people need. You just need someone to go get groceries with you.
Right. So just like a helper, people that help people. I don't know. If I didn't have to work, which I don't want to have to work anymore. I like this life of not going into work. We could find a way to make this.
Could go viral on TikTok and never work again.
Digital classes, man. Digital classes. Start recording some moves that I can just download your app for 99 cents a month, and I could learn a couple little 30-second moves that make me feel like I know how to dance. I'm just saying, because I will.
On your side.
He needs a lot of help.
Yeah. We have some work to do, sir.
Yeah, I take blue curacao and 151, and I'm 151, and I'm on the dance floor. That's all it takes. That's my life.
I've seen Freddie dance many a times.
Guys dance. How often? And when was the last time you danced? That's my question to you.
My wedding.
Oh.
Tonight she brought
breaking it down with our toddler.
Well, in public or like in private?
After the shower?
Oh, girl, in private.
Yeah, in private. Where's
Tell
Kay
me
down?
the story.
Where's Kay? I gotta know. Yeah, that's
She's
right.
like, well, he can't do anything right now, so I'm dancing.
Oh, be nice. don't go there.
Actually, last time I danced was actually Saturday night.
Yeah, we just want to hear the second story.
Okay, that's
Eric,
good.
tell us about the new chair dance coming to the living room.
Coming to
Throwing some ones.
You.
Freddie, don't look at me like that. Just turn your face. Turn your face, Freddie. I don't know you like that.
To answer your question, I am going to venture probably one of the last weddings we went to. Maybe even before Tyler, just because he wouldn't. I think we danced,
we probably
I think we
are as
danced
carefree.
with Tyler at our cousin's wedding. Us just to dance. Couldn't tell you the last time, and that's actually kind of sad. It's quite a bummer. And Carlos, good job, buddy.
I'm getting better at this.
You are. So in public, it would be at 210. But in private.
Yeah.
Geez.
Yeah.
In private, the kids and I we don't care where we're at. We could be in a parking lot and just start playing music, and it is what it is. Carlos, what about you?
No, I said last time I danced, it was for a Saturday night because it was my dad's birthday. So we were at the house, and it was, anyways, my dad was there, mom was there. So, and again, we're just, we're enjoying time with him, and some old, Latino music was playing, and I'll say old Latino because I'm allowed, but
old Latino.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't like wepa music, like it wasn't like that kind of party music, but see, I got Freddie going. I'll have to yell as wepa. Group right here, FFPW group here. Anytime you meet a Puerto Rican, just yell wepa, and you go, ooh, and they'll just start going just out of nowhere. See what happened. Look what happened.
Oh wow.
Nothing like
so
hashtag next week.
I love it. Okay. The chat room is breaking it down right now.
Oh Lord.
They're pretty much dance party. So now, Freddie, since you asked us a question, here's a question for you, if I may. So this is going to get technical here. So my last name is Fosse. So I have to ask you about Bob Fosse.
Bob Fosse.
Yeah. So the famous jazz hands. But nevertheless, so he was a dancer. As we know, he was also an actor, choreographer, director, screenwriter. He was all these things. But because of all of that, he basically was the only person ever to win 3 awards in the same year, which was 1973. What were those 3 awards?
Those 3 awards. Wow. I don't, he may have won he could have gotten a Tony Award.
He did.
He could have gotten an Oscar.
He did.
I don't know that, a Grammy is for music.
Right.
But a Golden Globe? I don't know.
So close. It's
Oscar.
Emmy.
Emmy? A daytime Emmy? For what show was the Emmy? That's
Look, I didn't do that much research. I just know he won an Oscar, Emmy, and Tony. Okay, that's as far as I went.
Like, I don't know why or how he won it, but
I checked Google.
That's what he won.
Yeah,
but he won.
For sure, that's what he won.
If you want to, I can look it up right now. It's gonna take a minute, but no, in 1973, because he's involved in everything, he won those 3: an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony, all in 1 year.
Yeah.
So, but you did awesome. You did good.
There was just that show, Verdun Fosse Verdon, Gwen Verdon and Bob Fosse, which Single Ladies is Gwen Verdon. If you look up the choreography that Single Ladies comes from, it comes from Bob Fosse.
Single Lady. I don't know.
Single Ladies, yeah, it comes from a old thing that he did with Gwen Verdon, who consequently was like the woman of his life, whom he lied to and cheated on many, many times. You know, you can see that in the story. It makes for a great book, great movie, great stuff. Sad for Gwen, but she held in there, and it was a beautiful story. But Bob Fosse was a brilliant man, despite his shortcomings.
So is that a pun intended?
Beautiful in the movie.
Oh man! So tell us where people can find you online again. Now we'll post the links, but tell us where we can find you as well online.
Well, I mean, if you're looking for anything dance related, you want to check us out at www.udclakeland.com, and then you can also always find us on Facebook, Ultimate Dance Center. Freddie Dance Project is also on Facebook. I'm working on a new website during this whole Corona thing. I've kind of like ripped it apart and starting it over. But I'm having an amazing summer intensive in the month of July, hopefully. And then, of course, Butch Quinn and the Bad Habits. If you want to know more about us and what we're doing and the upcoming showcases, we're definitely going to be working on some online web shows. Maybe we can work with detectives.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
putting it out there.
Yeah, we are so down. We've been cooped up and not being able to have any fun that I feel like all of us are going insane. I messaged the guys the other day. I'm like, can we let's just pull the stuff out into the middle of the yard and start playing.
Yeah. And I mean, if you can,
we'll set up our phones on a tripod. Like, let's just play some music out of the shed. I don't care. We'll live stream it. But yeah, I am eager. I'm eager to get back in front of people and crowds and just kind of.
We had so many shows booked. We had shows booked like from. It was crazy. It's like
it sucks. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. Like, I get it. I understand that we got to play the safe side, but yeah, we were supposed to play Federal Bar tomorrow night, and it's crushing. It's just crushing. It absolutely sucks. So. Yeah, and we need to find some venues that do multi-band shows.
Yes, we do. Or create some.
They don't exist in Lakeland. So we just need somebody that's got a couple acres of land that wants us to set up. We got all the sound equipment. just let us bring some pallets out there and slap some 4x8s down and we're good.
Bass.
Yeah. I'm dying just to play some shows with I miss doing festivals. But 3 or 4 bands, and just hanging out with people and kind of sharing music together. I miss that.
We would love that.
We've been playing a lot of the stuff we've been doing is 3 and 4 hour shows, but it's just us. Like, I want to share the stage with other bands.
That's long.
I want to bring a tray of shots up to another band and be like, here, you drink these. Drink these and play your next song.
I'm gonna take big.
Anybody that has not gotten a chance, if you don't, click that, hover over Butch Queen and the Bad Habits, click like, hover over Freddie Dance Project, click like, hover over Ultimate Dance Center, click like. It doesn't hurt your feelings whatsoever. It doesn't do anything. It just shows some love to some fellow people out there. And this is Freddie, and he's awesome.
Why are we not friends?
You are now.
I know, right?
See,
I love you.
This is what Bruce has to deal with. I mean, gets to love every single day of his life. Is he even anywhere nearby to witness this gloriousness?
He's in the other room as I lick my pussy. He's over there. He's in the other room.
Oh my goodness. TJ must not have been paying attention because that shit was funny.
Our universe,
typing something, I'm not sure what he's doing.
The X people. Yeah, so I'm in my closet. I have so many things to play with, but I need to go because I have to go pick up Jeffrey.
Yeah, play with things.
Well,
Got it.
I love it. I love it, Freddie. So awesome to have you on tonight.
Yes.
Thank you for having me anytime. And please get Nancy on here. You guys will have a blast with Nancy.
All right.
Will do.
I'll talk to you later about her. We'll
Open mute, please.
You froze again, buddy. But nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye, Freddie. Great to
Hi,
meet you.
Freddie.
Wepa.
Wepa.
What?
It's WEPA.
Okay.
Wepa.
Hey! Just making sure I got it right. Man, I don't want to look like an idiot.
Oh my God.
But
Nicely done, Carlos.
That was awesome.
I think we had a good,
Forever.
some good guests on tonight.
Yes, I haven't
Yes,
seen
yes.
Freddie in forever. We played the EMG Studio grand opening with them. That was my first time getting to experience Butch Queen and the Bad Habits. Kenny had talked about them a lot.
It's an experience.
Just that they were unique and they were fun, and that their music was just very much in that punk rock that feel and good stuff. And they were just a blast. They were such a blast. And then learning that he's part of UDC and doing stuff like that. My friend Alessandra has done a lot of stuff with her charity through UDC. Kenny did a lot of the videos for UDC and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool just to bring him on and kind of feel at home. With him, like as if we know him personally. And this is the first time.
Yeah, I don't know him, but I felt like
I love him. He needs to be my friend.
I'm super cool guy. Super cool guy. Much love to Freddie and everybody out there in the chat room. Make sure that you go just scroll up a little bit. I from the Frack page, I shared the links in there. Go ahead and toss some likes. The coolest thing you can do is just give a like to everybody's pages and show some love. It's not going to do anything to you to click like and get some love. Brooke's over here pulling the lid off her drink because it's her first time.
Only until she spills it.
First time.
At least you have to sleep in the wet spot, baby.
Yeah.
That could be a good or bad thing, I guess.
That's why I didn't comment.
At this point, it would be a good.
Hey, at least I learned after the 18th time to mute myself, okay? So, because of this.
Totally fine. So once again, chat room, we love you guys. We got about 24 minutes left. we're gonna go to 11:30 strong tonight, and then we're gonna call
Erica
it.
Has to be up.
Erica
early.
has to be up early. In the
Responsible. Well, I should be too, to be honest. But anyways,
over to care for the hubby. So is what I'm assuming. Yes. No.
Nope, it's Dad tomorrow.
oh,
Taking care of Pop. So yes. So we're gonna go till 11:30. We got about 24 minutes. We skipped over all of our guests tonight for the first time in the history of Frack Paddy Wack. We're early. They pulled an Erica on this, and they showed up 15 minutes early.
Oh,
both of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have a couple segments out there that
we didn't get to talk about
even gotten
our
to
stuff.
talk about. One of the first is.
You want to go to the first or the?
No, I want to
second?
go. I want to go to the filler because I want everybody
Let's
out
see.
there in chat room land.
I was like, we don't
want
have
you
filler.
to interact with us. One of the things that we're trying to grow on this show is interaction. We want you guys to interact with us, and one of the ways that you can do it, we're gonna post up our Gmail address inside of this, and we're gonna get a whole bunch of spam and dick pics. I'm so excited. We're gonna post our
CJ's
Gmail.
favorite.
Mail,
Right.
mail for Erica, mail for Erica, mail for Erica, mail for Brooke, mail for Brooke.
Over the next week, and we're going to post this on our page later, but over the next week, we want you to interview your toddler. So if you have a kid,
Or like a young kid.
or a young kid, we want you to interview your toddler. And I'm
Under
gonna
teenager.
I'm going to post these questions straight
Not a
into
teenager.
the chat.
Under.
Interview your child. What is the favorite color? What's their favorite TV show? What's their favorite thing to do?
Or your favorite
Or-
TV show.
yeah.
What they think.
What they think your favorite TV show is. What is one thing that mommy likes? What is one thing that daddy likes? And what do you want for lunch later? So we just want toss that video up.
wait, what about what does mommy say a lot?
We can do that
We
too.
can add that as well.
What does mommy say? a lot?
Tyler made me a song about my favorite word.
So I posted.
Oh, it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
It was just eye-opening to what my favorite word is.
So I want to do something like that. So I'm posting that up. We'll post the Gmail to go along with it. The other side of it is interview a friend, a significant other, or a family member. We want to hear
someone that's close to you.
Someone that's close to you. We want to hear about the favorite moment of the week, one thing they wish they could do that they've never done, one thing that they've done that they want to do, and the most awkward moment in their life.
Already done, they want to do again.
Yes, that they want to do again.
Okay.
Did I mess that up?
Yes.
Yep.
Too much. So
I'm the one drinking cleanser here. Come on.
Not add tequila to
I
your drink.
I would personally love for that interview to be done with a family member, especially an older family member, a mom, a dad, favorite aunt and uncle, something like that, because I think that the insight on that would be a lot of fun. Asking somebody what their favorite moment of the week was, one thing they wish they could do that they've never done. I don't think that I've ever asked my mom or dad that question, and this week I'm going to. And then one thing that they've done that they want to do again. And then the most awkward moment in their life. And hopefully it's not giving birth to me. But
oh, we were not expecting this. Ugh.
I think there would be some cool videos.
Oh shit! Out of nowhere, here's the TJ.
Yeah, so I want to pull the videos in and kind of and put them into a mishmash of stuff and just make it fun. So grab your cell phone. It doesn't need to be anything professional. Roll through the questions, hopefully in the same organized way that they're posted up. It makes it a lot easier on my editing. But I want to have a little bit of fun with that and create a little bit of activity.
I'm going to take bets right now that I bet you the children one was going to be a lot funnier than the family member ones or the significant other ones. I really think so.
I do too, because and those questions are kind of geared that way. But
not everyone has a kid at home or someone that you can ask. So
and
if I interview a child, it's going to be a danger zone here. So probably not.
I'm hoping people are going to participate.
I'm waiting for Destiny to interview our kid. So
it's going to be.
What is Molly like? Oh, I'm so scared to hear this.
Yeah. So I want to hear some of those results, and I think it would be fun. I think it would be enlightening, just to ask our parents and our family members those, to have that on video, I think is something that would be something special when you look down on it and you look down the road, say 10, 15, 20 years from now, God forbid, hopefully we're all alive. But I think it would be so cool to look back on and watch those videos and see if, especially on the parent side, see if any of that comes to fruition or not.
What doing?
That. Yeah,
well, shit, she's shaking her boobs. I was going to shake mine.
That poo shimmy and them beautiful boobies. I don't even know what to do right now. The left side of my screen is acting up. You didn't mean to do anything. I didn't mean to wear this low-cut shirt.
My legs were to the side of me, and I just put them out.
We bet they are.
For now. Yay, tequila. So anyways, I really hope that you guys go back and that you jump in on these questions and ask a toddler. It doesn't even have to be yours. Just walk up to a random freaking toddler and start asking them.
No.
Random toddler.
Stranger danger.
When you're at your house.
Stranger danger.
Joe Biden does it all the time and gets away with it. It's no big deal.
No, he's also
a billionaire.
Well, because he can pay off the lawyers for that.
Okay. I forgot. Yep.
Hey, I know you guys aren't leaving your house much, but when you go to Publix, just ask a random toddler.
If one of y'all came up to my toddler,
your toddler in Publix, except us.
No, I would throat punch you if you try to grab my toddler and record them. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I actually. Hey, I said actually instead of the L word.
She did.
Hey, we're so proud of you.
Was at Publix without our toddler and without TJ. I went by myself.
Whoa.
She was gone for 2 hours. She went.
Oh, that's that day.
She sat in the car like, oh my God, I'm away from everything.
No, I was actually in Publix. There's the one-way lane.
Like, I can only go down one aisle.
Yeah, so
that was so weird.
I ended up going. Like, I would not have to go down one lane because I didn't need anything from that lane. but then that
Turn the corner
messed
like,
up the whole trajectory of my pattern. So I'd have to go down one lane twice just to get to the other side. Yeah, it sucks. Anyways,
turn the cart around and walk backwards. Why don't people think of this?
Don't ask a random toddler, because people are in there with their masks and
they might pull their mask down and start talking to you.
No, they're not going to pull their mask down. These people are nuts to their masks. I'm
Brooke
sorry.
and I
if you haven't noticed, we're not scared of the coronavirus.
We're also
I feel
we're
like
also
we have
in our early 30s.
Yes, I'm prefacing this with we're not immunocompromised.
Brooke had it in November. We're good.
I might be immunocompromised.
Well,
I don't know.
well, I just found out.
Like it's more media hype than anything. Anyways, I don't want to turn this into political, but don't random toddlers in Publix. People are not going to be happy.
Because that's a safer topic. Wait, I don't want to talk about coronavirus, but random toddlers.
Random toddler in Publix, they're not going to be happy. Their parents are going to be mad. Yes.
Go ahead, Carlos.
Yeah, we're going to go with
okay, real quick. Okay, if anybody has not yet, please watch Chris D'Elia, the comedian, his special on Netflix right now. I think it's called No Pain. And he talks about, the reason why I'm laughing so hard is because he talks about like yelling at a baby, at a toddler, which is why I'm laughing right now so much, because I'm thinking about that right now. I was like, I don't know, baby. And he keeps talking about it. But anyways, it's a lot funnier if you guys watch it. Trust me, you'll laugh with me. I swear you will. But yeah, Chris D'Elia.
Is it kind of like that movie I didn't like?
Type it in the comments.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I can go back and look.
Yeah, Carlos, throw that in the comments real quick.
Because I want to
we'll
watch.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
we'll
Brooke
do.
and I-
So
Brooke and I went and got we were looking the other day.
We got what?
We
What did
could
get?
not figure out what we wanted to eat for food.
Chili's.
I wanted Olive Garden for some reason. I hadn't had them forever. I love Olive Garden.
And I understand, because back when I wasn't allergic to everything, or I didn't know I was allergic to everything,
We enjoyed some Olive Garden. So I was looking at Olive Garden. Of course, they don't have too much of a menu that my gluten-free wife.
And I can't have mushrooms.
There's not much
or
that she can have.
anything,
Yeah,
so,
between the gluten-free and a whole bunch of other allergies. I, of course,
I'm
was
very
not thinking
limited.
about that. I was thinking, oh, I want some Olive Garden. We haven't been to
I'm
Olive
like, are you
Garden in forever.
stuck on the Olive
And-
Garden, or do you just want to eat something
I just wanted something
familiar?
I wanted something different, but somewhat familiar. But I really just, I just didn't want the same food.
That I make all the time.
I
Yeah,
love- I
I
love your
have.
food. I love
Well,
your
no,
cooking.
I have like
You
a
do, I'm
set
thankful.
of meals that I cook, and
We got a 10-meal rotation. A lot of families got a 3. We've upgraded to the 10. It's mostly
I mean,
7
everyone has
different
their-
ways of cooking chicken.
their meals that they eat on a regular basis.
Erica's
So-
eyes.
I'm with you. I understand.
So,
Right,
yeah, Erica's
right,
like,
like,
this is why my
well,
Friday night meal is
and-
Jeron from Elite Catering.
I
just saying.
asked CJ, I was like, oh, do you have any requests for dinner tonight? Do you have any ideas that you would like for dinner tonight? Do you want
I just wanted to eat out.
hamburger meat?
Yeah.
Do you want chicken? Do you want fish? Like,
She went through the gamut. There was
You
please.
just want a
There was-
pasta.
we
And
talked.
he's
Well,
like,
we
I
talked
want
about
Olive
this
Garden.
the other day. Like, I want to
I'm
have
like,
a pizza
well,
party with my friends.
We can have Olive Garden, but I can get like plain grilled chicken from Olive Garden, and that's about it.
Short
So-
story long.
Yeah.
We ended up going to we
Chili.
took the vroom vroom. We took the vroom vroom.
the
Then
Model
we
A, right?
We ordered Chili's to go. Destiny jumped in with us, and we ordered Chili's to go and brought her and David some food. And then
There are community mates.
yeah, our community mates along with Erica, and we all lived
Across the
with
lake.
each other. But yeah,
Not the same subdivision, but same community.
we didn't end up doing. There's not a lot around us that is a new restaurant that we haven't tried, or that is there's not.
There's a lot of local places, but they're like lunch only.
Yeah, there's not a
Curry mango.
there's not a lot of local places for us to order from that's within
I've
within
heard
a
of them,
5-mile
Carlos,
radius.
but I have also
We've come to find.
I'm not a big Indian food person. So
and her
I'm
allergies
not
are
sure.
Oh, okay, that's yeah.
Her-
You're right. Yeah, you mentioned about allergies earlier. So
her allergies are ridiculous. Apples, oranges, yada yada. Anyways, we're
Mushrooms,
we're getting
gluten,
way off
wheat.
topic here. Anyways,
Anyways.
the whole point of this conversation is I don't even remember what we were talking about. So if somebody else thinks of.
All right, I'm gonna look at our topic.
Good job, Erica. Thanks, keeping us on track. You have a ding button, and you did nothing.
I don't know where she was going with it to even
Stay
ding.
on
Damn.
target.
Where we were going
Stay
with
on
that.
target.
Interrupted. I don't know.
I don't know either, but I also noticed that we have not played Would You Rather.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, would you rather live in medieval times or live in Greek mythology times?
I'll say medieval.
That's a tough one.
And I feel like this is a really hard question for my husband, so that's what I kind of want to know.
It's the impossible question for your
because
husband.
he's really into both of those. So.
I am.
No.
God.
Quick note. The one thing that I actually spoke with a historian about many years ago. I went to National Historic Museum, whatever famous place in New York. I forget the name. It's apparently made an impact on me.
We got 11. We got 11 minutes left, and we're all like, nah.
Yeah, we're like we don't care anymore. No, but basically they said that it said like, oh, if you would travel back in time, what was the first thing you'd notice? They actually said that first thing you'd notice actually would be the smell. Because
That's why I was laughing.
Yeah, because think about it. There was no soap, really back then. You would shower, you would clean yourself up.
There's no like burial grounds.
But you don't know anything about that back then. That's the thing. You don't even notice because that's not a thing.
Yeah, and that's also it's part of your culture is that.
Yeah, it was the norm. But if we went and we go back then to that time, we're going like, whoa, what the hell is that stench? They're going like, oh, it's a Thursday. Doesn't matter.
I'm thinking like not.
We don't know anything about you're reborn. And
yes,
I
gotcha. Okay.
You're reborn, like you're just living in that time.
Like dark,
so
like dark ages.
Smell, but you don't know.
But you don't have any idea that they smell. So
dark ages, medieval times, or like the good medieval times.
It's really.
I would say the good medieval times, like where there's like princesses and knights, and you're doing the.
I'm still gonna chop my head off. I'm good.
Game of Thrones, everybody is murdering each other.
Exactly.
No.
Fucking each other.
Erica, you would be Brienne Tar. Okay.
She's got a drink. Drink too.
What?
She cussed. Drink too.
I did. I drank a lot.
No. What did Carlos say? Is what I was trying to ask.
Himself because you don't want to hear Ice Cube.
I was gonna say you're Brienne Tarth. You would be that tall ass woman, but you'd be killing everybody and survive to the end.
Oh, Eric.
Because somebody says that I remind him of her. So all three of y'all.
Listen.
Why?
Listen.
You're just blunt and you're awesome.
Mwah.
Do you not realize that Brienne Tarth was an incredible character?
She was like the shit.
Do you not know? She's
awesome.
Yeah, she's like Captain
Phasma. That's Captain Phasma.
Of Game of Thrones.
And she survived to the end.
Like,
no, you're wrong.
She survived to the end.
That's not insult. That's
not
so you want me to dye my hair blonde now, y'all?
Like,
you don't have to. You can do what you want.
That's a good thing.
I was like, that is not a insult. That's a compliment.
Yeah, that's what he said too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So
exactly. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, so Erica doesn't get mad at us any longer. Let's do another one. Let's go before she gets mad at us.
I know. I was like, yeah. Let's go, girl.
She can't take compliments, obviously.
Because I don't see it as a compliment. So.
No, well, we were on the Would You Rather, but and that's a tough one for me because I love all of the medieval stuff. Medieval stuff. I think it's the coolest. I love all of the Greek stuff. Like, it's really, really tough. And yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of competing for a castle. I also don't like the idea.
And it happened a lot.
Yeah, and it happened a lot.
And you didn't live very long back then.
Nobody lived very long.
In Greek mythology, sometimes you could live forever.
Yeah, but you're not going to be a Greek god, so I mean, you really got.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Demigod. Yeah. You'd be a demigod like Hercules.
Well, if you were Zeus, you'd have sex with everything walking. So hey.
I think that maybe, and I could be wrong, but maybe in the,
I
in the Greece,
I would want to be in the Greek mythology.
in the Greek mythology side of things, I think there's a lot less, maybe, and I could be wrong, and I might be, a lot less violence than in the medieval time, because in the medieval time it was a lot of
I think it was all
competing for competing for land, competing for power, stuff like that. I think it would be awesome to be recognized.
I felt
as
like
a knight.
you lived less.
Well, yeah, because there's more wars during that epic time.
Medieval times. I mean, just because I think it would be awesome. Me and my brother used to think we were knights. I still have the sword.
I have my princess.
So
crown
I made my stepdad and my
I will
mom.
go get my sword right now.
Medieval times, we made them buy us a sword or a shield, and then 3 days later we broke it battling each other. That should have been a topic for last week when Justin was on the show. We do the sword. Yeah, the sword's in the workout room.
A sword and a shield.
It is.
Okay, we get it. Husband and wife are playing with swords. Got it. Okay.
Nah, you're twisting it. Anyways, game on.
I did.
We have
see next one. There we go.
The quits. If you don't
Uh-oh.
draw her in, she's gonna leave us.
I know she's already going like off screen. She's like,
We have 6,000 people in the chat room.
All right.
Oh, funny historical fact. Oh,
shit.
Let's get into the stupidity. Why do stamps exist? Why?
I saw you put that in there. I was like, what the hell is
Why
he
do
talking
stamps
about?
still exist? I don't understand. All the digital postage where they could print stupid. Why do stamps? Is it so I can buy Elvis?
Because the forever stamp.
How do you put something in
Is
your
it the forever stamp?
So my mom can lick Elvis.
But how do you put
Say it
something
like
in
that.
your box that's already paid for? How do you do that? Do you just
you
print
stamp it?
You print it, I guess.
You stamp it with a.
Well, you can't leave cash in your mailbox anymore. They won't allow it.
Yeah, they frowned upon that when I added 15 cents.
They frowned upon that.
But did you tape it?
As of 10 years
Taped
ago.
it to the envelope.
Like we've lived in this house for 9 years.
I know.
So
why do stamps exist? Why?
Because the forever stamp.
That's true, Naomi. The government still always wants their money. Look, working in finance, I get it. I understand it.
get their
And
money
that's-
electronically.
It doesn't matter because they just
post it online. Why do stamps?
Because
exist?
old people don't go online to print a damn stamp.
But they could.
They could, but they won't. They're just going to truck it on down.
It's provided for them in the old folks' home.
Okay, so what if you went to the post office
I'm not
and
wrong.
they digitally printed your stamps right there when you bought them? So it's the same as printing it at your house.
A postage meter. I could care less.
Why are you trying to sell me Elvis on a piece of paper that I'm gonna lick?
Because it goes to his Elvis Foundation.
Oh, anymore, it's just self-stick.
Oh, that's
but
right.
will they lick my stamps?
Somebody else licked them.
No, they're just sticking.
Well, that's just weird. Now I don't want to smell somebody else to spit on my piece of paper.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want you to
They
start
didn't
thinking about
already
that.
lick them. They're just already sticky.
Nope,
They're like a
they're-
sticker.
So now with the Rona, are we
Lick.
going to print them?
I want you to start thinking about it every time you pull a stamp off. Just think about it
It's
as
got
somebody
coronavirus.
pre-licked it. Nope, it doesn't. You can't say that word. Now we can't put this on YouTube. Damn it!
Oh, great! Shut down.
You can't make
Freddie
it.
already said it.
Our podcast has coronavirus.
I want you to think about your stamps from now on. Every time you pull one off, it's pre-licked.
TJ licked it.
Oh God. Well, in that case,
Ladies.
Trooper licked it. I don't know.
Oh.
So
Stay
I don't
on target. Stay on
Stay on
target.
I don't
target.
understand why stamps still exist. Funny historical fact. I have a pause recording button that's in the way. Hold on, let me remove it.
Funny
oh,
historical fact.
Hey, the theme of the backgrounds between me and Carlos. Carlos's is normal because he earned enough points drinking enough Captain Morgan that he earned himself a blanket. I did not. I downloaded a background.
Oh Jesus, he fell. He fallen.
I downloaded a background that is legendary. Captain Morgan was actually a real person.
Yes, he was.
A Welsh privateer who fought alongside the English against the Spanish in the Caribbean in the 1660s and 1670s. Totally not reading this.
Yeah, totally not.
Captain Morgan's first name was Henry.
I'm Menore the Eighth, I am. Menore the Eighth, I am.
Every time I hear that song, I think of the movie Ghost.
However,
Every time.
he was knighted by King Charles II of England.
Well,
So,
okay,
in a way, Captain Morgan was medieval.
Yes, he was. And here's the funny part, though. People keep forgetting that even people are thinking of like pirates and bad things and whatnot. You got to think about it. They were working with other individuals. They were actually commandeered by governments to say, fine, you be the outlaw, but you're working for us, so we'll give you the protection and the benefits. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a hell of a reach. From the beach to Captain.
Last week it was from the beach to the sky.
Now it's from the beach to the
my pirate ship.
Is that a euphemism? Anyways,
I wish.
But I almost forgot my train of thought. But what I'm saying that is it? Christ almighty.
Don't have a child. Stay single and don't have an animal, Carlos. You're living the dream.
I pet Rock.
You pet your rock. Stop it.
Does that have hair?
Yeah. No.
So, Captain Henry Morgan. Back to Captain Henry Morgan.
The point was that a lot of these individuals, they were actually sanctioned and they were commandeered by, or hired by a lot of governments because they said, hey, we don't want to be, the ones doing it because it's going to cost us too much. But at the end of the day, though, we'll take you, we'll give you benefits and everything else, and you can do your own thing. Just keep it within X, Y, and Z. Right. So people don't know that. So, I mean, there's a lot of people, who did, Blackbeard was another individual who was actually a famous pirate and also was, hired
his
to.
Beard actually black?
Or was it gray?
Or was it?
Yes, it was. It was actually black because he also died young as well. He also got, I think he got hung and quartered as well. So I do my rum history here. But Captain Morgan, the cool thing is,
I know my rum. That's why I have this blanket behind me.
This is the equivalency of like a Marlboro smoker smoking like 5,800,
Oh, I know.
Cartons or something.
Carlos
like that.
passed Rumthology 201.
I teach classes every Friday at 10 a.m.
That's a little
I don't. I'll be drunk.
I cannot start drinking.
I know. I'll say
it'll be Saturday
at this.
noon. Can we start Saturday at 11?
Or Friday at 10 p.m.?
No, listen, you're on it.
All right. So, Florida has kind of opened back up.
Captain Morgan died in Jamaica in 1688.
At 25% capacities for restaurants, no barbershops, hair salons.
He overdosed on weed.
Where's the first place you want to go now that things are kind of open?
I know where I'm going.
Parks are open, not playgrounds.
Not for Erica.
Phase one.
Not to
You're laughing at Captain Morgan overdosing on weed.
I'm
laughing at y'all with like ADD. All three of y'all are talking like Jesus Christ.
You can't
talk
to the Lord.
I'm good. No, I'm not.
All right, where's the first place you're going? Are you going out on Monday? I am.
I got clients to see, and I'm going to see them right here like this. So out of my individuals, they're still playing it very cautious. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh about the whole thing about Eric. Anyways, I almost held it together. I couldn't. But anyways, a lot of my client, I just hit puberty. Anyways, somebody else take over, please. I can't make a sentence right now.
We're following up on your question, Brooke.
I know.
There's no reason to be lost. Brooke is lost on her own question.
Awesome. Okay.
Two of you are laughing and two of us are not.
Okay.
I'm not laughing. I'm ready to keep it moving.
Okay. I'm not going out because
my
clients still want to stay, everything, keep it safe. There we go. I'm not going out.
And I shook my head. I said I wasn't going out.
Okay. All right. How about you, Brooke?
Brooke doesn't know the question she asked herself.
I'm ready to go out. I I'd like to go to Winter Circle again.
We're going to Socialite. We're going dancing.
So to Mayo's
Mikey
coming
Mike,
up.
where are you at?
I'd like
Play
to
the
go
cake
out
song.
and have some tacos, have some margaritas.
I remember having margaritas on margarita nights at Socialite. Although afterwards was rather fuzzy.
Nope, and
yeah, let's just stop there.
I don't know her name. I'm sorry. Tell her to shave.
Fuzzy.
So
she was fuzzy.
I'm eager to get back to I just want to get back to normal. I do. And while I say that, yes, we're going to play it safe. At the same time, Brooke and Tyler were both sick back in November. November and basically November for Brooke, into parts of December, and then
January as well for
Tyler. Tyler had a cough from November till January, and we were thinking about getting him tested. And we've mentioned this on the other webcast. We were thinking about getting him tested for asthma because we thought that maybe he might have been sick, but maybe it was maybe it was a
he had
part
a cough.
of school
he had a lingering
cough with it coming back.
It was.
Just being a toddler. At the same time, I'm eager just to get, and I know a lot of friends are. I just want to go hang out and have drinks and have fun with friends, and obviously gonna do it safely. Nothing. I don't feel like anything we've ever done was done not safely. I take a shower every day. I wash my hands. I wash my hands when I come in contact with people.
Or poop.
Every time I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands. I don't feel like I just don't feel in the risk factor, I guess is what it is. So, and I know like my mom's got super terrible health issues, and we've got other family members and friends that fall into that ballpark. But at the same time, they're avoiding people. So if they're avoiding people,
I feel like if you are immunocompromised or you don't feel safe going out, then don't go out.
Yeah.
And continue your life the way that you've been living it for the last 45 days.
And there are very few people who feel that way and don't have someone that could shop for them. Because I hear a lot of people saying, oh, well, if everyone is doing their own thing and going out in public again, and when I go to the store, now all those people have come in contact with all these other people. So now I'm being introduced to all these things that they're introduced to. So why don't you have your kids or your family members shop for you? I'm sure that they would shop for you.
It's such a tough subject to even talk about. And I know that between the four of us, I've mentioned this in our private chats. I'm done. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I told TJ I want to move on, and I don't want to talk about this. But
a stock market channel.
Yeah, I'm watching.
And they were talking about coronavirus. They're like, oh, the latest coronavirus update, and I go, do you want to watch this or
can I change
it? Because I am freaking done with this.
Yeah, she's like, I'm
done.
So
I'm done.
Before Erica starts clicking over on things, let's roll through. Guys, click over to the phase one segment. Let's click over to the phase one segment. Let's at least go back into that. I think that's an engaging conversation for us to have. I'm curious about all of your opinions, and I want to hear about that. So, phase one of the reopening. I'm not going to share the images because we're going to roll through it. Schools are going to remain closed.
Distance learning to the end of the school year.
Pause. Schools are going to remain closed. At least till June. Tyler's daycare has said that they want to reopen in June. All other schools are going to remain closed. Agree or disagree? Agree.
I agree they should continue. Again, I've heard some other schools from other counties, and it's kind of like county, and they're going to go all the way till the end of the year. So I think they should do that because usually kids are a lot more.
When they
disgusting.
say year, though, they're talking about school year. They're not talking about end of the year.
Oh, okay. I think
they're talking about end of it. They're talking about June 1st.
Oh, okay. No, I think it should be to the end of the year, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say I disagree. The talks that I've heard from people that work higher up in the school board, they're actually talking about not opening the physical doors of the schools until 2021.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Nope. I initially just whispered out loud. Disagree.
Disagree.
I disagree. I'm.
Yeah.
Maybe not for our particular location, like here in Lakeland or whatever, but that's
right.
My family. That's what they're talking about too, and that's up north.
You have to play it by a case-by-case basis. And again, if your kids are coming home to immunocompromised parents, grandparents that live in that, then don't send your kids to school. But
even beyond that, I mean, if you're in New York, New Jersey, etc., then I get it. But
an option for kids that can't go to school or don't want to go to school, or their situation puts them at risk, they shouldn't have to go to school. It shouldn't be a mandatory, it's either this way or that way. You should have an option to choose whether you want to go and be in person or you want to do distance learning.
So may I be the devil's advocate here?
Always.
My household has multiple immune compromised people.
Yes, they do.
I send my son to high school because he wants to play ball.
Right.
That's a 3,000 kids class and just the freshman class.
Yep.
Yes.
He's now in the gym with 10,000 people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He comes home at midnight, doesn't bathe and shower right away because he falls asleep. He's so tired.
Fix that.
Did you shoot him?
I'm being realistic because he's so tired when he gets home.
Being realistic.
Also being realistic. That's the adjustment point.
In a normal life.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Right.
In normal life.
In this life.
But saying, son.
Sorry, if you want to get that scholarship, if you want to
go to school and be a part of this is the change you have to make.
You need to make this change. You need to take your shoes off at the door.
You might be walking at the door, and by the time you hit that ring doorbell, you need to be naked. We got you on camera. Here's what it is.
We have a friend that
just have the hose ready.
We have a friend that
Biden at Biden.com.
Her husband is a firefighter, and he literally at the door.
Drink, heifer.
Shoes. Sorry.
Wow, she did it again.
So he takes off his shoes outside, and as soon as he comes in, drops his clothes, and they have like a
biohazard bag.
It's not biohazard. It's just a plastic drop cloth, basically. But
he's wearing a Publix bag
from the front door to the shower, and he takes a shower, and then he is able to come in contact with their kids.
Right.
So.
Okay, so there's a couple more points here, so let's kind of move along here for a second here.
Keep going.
So the next one I see is visiting to senior living facilities, and they're prohibited. Which again, I kind of agree.
I agree.
We get.
I agree, and I hate it. I hate it.
It sucks.
I don't like it at all.
My grandpa Ed passed away. My grandpa Ed passed away, as you guys know, not but a couple months ago. My grandma Jerry is in the facility
by herself.
She's got her fellow roommates, so to speak.
But everyone's there. They're kind of there by themselves.
Nobody else. They
unless they came there with a spouse.
They scheduled a drive-through that you can drive through the parking lot and do signs, but then they canceled it because the weather ended up being bad. So
you haven't even been able to do anything.
We have to send a video or a photo or something. That sucks. She doesn't do technology.
Yeah.
It's not like I can FaceTime her. That doesn't exist. She's deaf. Actually, her eyes are terrible and her ears are terrible. So doing any of that is there's no moments
It's gonna be tough.
There's no moments that can be shared. So it sucks, but it's 100% has to be that way.
I feel like you shouldn't introduce any germs or anything that doesn't need to be introduced to immunocompromised people.
When I'm 70, 80 plus or whatever my health concern, I could be 45.
If I'm
it doesn't matter.
immunocompromised, if anyone that I am living with is immunocompromised, then I don't want to be out in public, and I don't want to be coming in contact with everyone that's out there.
I have a friend out in
So
California.
susceptibility when we get older, and that's a big thing. We understand that. So
I have a friend out in California that her 2 kids are immunocompromised, and she's like, "You don't understand," and I'm like,
"She is too."
I do understand. I just live a different lifestyle.
Now some of these we already went over. We talked about already about the restaurants.
Someone that can shop for you, but in today's day and age, you can get Instacart, you can get shipped, you can get all these other services that are available to you.
There's options today, yeah.
Yes, like
so okay. So for the restaurants here, we already talked about that, the 6-foot thing. We already discussed that. The retail, same thing.
Why are bars not the same as restaurants? Is that now hold?
Because you sit so close to each other.
Pause. Why are bars not the same as restaurants? If you can spread it out, zip it. If you can spread it out. If you can spread it out to where, because Southside, let's take Southside. Southside has tables. So if you can spread it out and you could cut that capacity in a half or a third or whatever it is, if you cut it down to a 25% with 6 feet in between each bar stool, why is it not the same? Now, is this
outdoors?
Hey, hold on. Let me finish. Is this because strip clubs are classified as bars? As Brooke adjusts her titties, is this because strip clubs
now Erica looks.
Is it because they're classified as bars? I'm going to go with yes. Because the minute they say bars can open, 10 strip clubs per county, not Polk County, but Hillsborough.
Why don't you just make it a no adult contact?
I don't, because it's not a class. They have to classify it into a business. And to me, it's weird that it's classified as the bars cannot open. Why? I don't.
I believe at least. Again, I don't know, correct or not.
Please explain, Carlos. We don't have the answer, and you know it.
I probably neither do I probably, and probably Erica's probably trying to find that, or she's looking at Pornhub. I don't know. But
Erica's watching Stay at Home Hub right now. She said she was done at 11:30. That's the last time she spoke.
Yes. So
she's only not quitting because she knows that I'd have to adjust the logo edit. You can quit. You can say bye. I'll adjust it.
She disappeared. My gosh, she's a magician.
She put her thumb over the screen.
Oh, she's just Winnie the Pooh. Now she's back. Magician.
Listen, if we sit and watch Winnie Pooh for the next 15, it's all good. Carlos, go ahead.
All right, well, then I love you.
Love you.
All right. So essentially, gotta love Winnie the Pooh. No, I don't. Anyways, the moral of the story is
at
that
least she kept it to where the 4th window is there. Go ahead.
We'll give her that. So the point is, we just know that people are going to be people, and they're not going to follow the rules. True. They are not going to look. Even with a restaurant, 25% capacity, the restaurant can have control. It says, no, sorry, we're at max capacity, and do that. But in the outside portion, people can say, hey, we're keeping people 6 feet apart tables. But people are going to be intermingling. I know that if we go out there and see Joel, and we see, Robert, and we see Holly, and see whoever else, we're going to be like, hey, what's up? I'm going to high five and say hello and hug or whatever.
100%.
You can't control that. But legally, the restaurants can say, hey, we're keeping everybody 6 feet apart. We're setting up at X, Y, and Z. We're good. So we know that, but we just know that in the bars, it's no holds barred. Let's be honest. When's the last time you went to a bar of any type and you weren't this close together? Unless there was some hole in the wall that only 4 people were there.
I feel like you should know that going out. If you are...
We should. And
open,
I'm sure we do.
If you're open to going out, you should know that you're going to be exposed to the population, so to speak. So do you feel this is he making my boobs?
Are you distracting yourself?
Yeah.
So anyways, like I feel like if you're going out, you know that you're exposing yourself and anyone that you live with to whatever is out there. If you feel it's not a threat or you feel that it is a threat,
To each your own.
you are making that choice. Yourself.
Yeah, and it's
I feel like your freedom is more important than
No, I concur.
safety.
but
No, I believe that as well. That your freedom is important. Trust me, I believe in that wholeheartedly. But
Stay
I just
home.
know that.
Stay home.
Yeah,
if
but
catch it.
exactly,
Or-
and that's the problem. Other people are going to ruin it for other people are going to ruin it for the others. That's always the problem.
explain.
It's not because
I don't understand though the reason of the bars. Why are bars not equal to restaurants? If you're going to hold a 25% capacity,
I don't understand why you can't sit every third chair. Like, say if you are
yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
if you are holding an
straight in a line.
indoor 25% capacity,
every third chair.
indoor
one that was a drink.
so a bar Southside that would seat 75 at their bar is now cut down to 25% capacity. A bar TA Slammers that would seat 25 is cut down to 25. Why is that not okay for those bar owners to be able to open and kind of rotate customers through and say, you know what, when you get to your $50 tab, time to move on so we can let somebody else come in and spend because you know what I mean? Why is that
No, I get it.
not allowed?
No, you're right. I mean, if it took some logical thinking, if you could do that kind of maintain or maintenance,
25% cap is a 25% cap. What difference
Right.
does it make? Bar
Right.
or restaurant? There's none. Because like you said, restaurant is going to move stuff around now and adjust their tables. They were adjusted to 50% already. They're now going to adjust to 25%. Outside capacity, there's no rules other than the fact of a 6-foot rule.
6 feet,
Right.
exactly.
Tables,
So-
not people. Tables.
So,
But it's also profit. They know that a lot of restaurants right now are going under, but bars too as well. And
If I have a patio, I'm going to pop up a tent every 10 foot,
So
put a
if
table
you-
in the middle of it,
if
and they're
you
going to be
look at-
6% apart.
If you look
Hey, it's a
at
pop-up
the
tent.
Velos, I mean, they have the whole Cobb Theater and Books a Million. They have the whole parking lot
Abuelos, I
to
claim the
do-
whole parking lot.
to do tables and chairs.
Like they do
and
on Cinco
6
de
foot
Mayo.
apart. Well, and Cinco de Mayo is coming up. That's their big holiday.
We own
So-
100 spaces.
So how do you stop them from doing
You don't.
can't.
the whole freaking parking lot? Before they
They own the right side. They own their
they own their
L.
little spot.
Yeah, their little L.
But
Yeah.
I mean, now that everything else is closed, so to speak, how do you stop people from
I think they're
hanging out? Okay,
True.
so they sell to go margaritas and
inside of their L.
tacos because that's still allowed.
They sell their
That's-
Mr. Clean drinks.
That's still allowed right now. Like, you can sell to go margaritas and you can sell to go drinks and you can sell to go tacos and whatever you're going to do for Cinco de Mayo. And what's going to stop someone from hanging out outside your tent area?
Right. No, I agree. I'm not saying that I'm against any of what we're talking about. I just understand the fact that it just sounds dumb
I'm not
because one of the other.
We're
I'm
trying
just-
to figure it
I'm
out.
just saying, like,
Oh yeah, no, we all are.
How-
I just shook a lot. Sorry.
how is that different for
Bam.
abuelos versus Tapatios, who has a smaller parking lot? It's not fair.
Right. It's you're right. And even though it changed here as well, or as notification goes, it talks about not only the bars but gyms and personal services like hairdressers, like salons, any barber shops, etc.
Not happy.
Not happy.
She did an incredible job, and thank God for her hairdresser. He's the most amazing that exists. She's been going since she was 15. Carrie,
I know he is. Yeah. Yeah.
Or goddess, whichever way you want to look at it. You are Carrie is absolutely
Carrie's
the
fabulous.
amazing person ever. Brooke's hair is incredible all the time, and it takes forever to do. And but she was.
It's funny. They take precautions.
Her hair appointment got canceled the day
before.
The day before her hair. While she's washing it out in the shower, as she comes
He's
out.
like, make it fade as
as much as possible. Maybe
we want to make it go super bright when I see you again. So I'm like, I'm washing it.
She comes out the morning before her hair appointment, like, hey,
by the way,
sorry, can't do it. So
I totally understand.
But he guided her on here's what you need to buy to get through this, and yada yada. She was able to make it look great and suffice, but at the same time,
I can see him again, but. At the same time,
she's holding out.
It's ridiculous. If I wanted to take Tyler to go see Lucas at Lakeland Barbershop, I can't do it.
Right.
Why? You can go hang out. You can go hang out in a bar where there's 30 people sitting at a couple tables a few feet apart. Blah blah blah.
Restaurant. A restaurant.
No, hold on. Let me finish. You can go ahead and you could sit on the patio section of that, where my idea is that we set the tents they're 10-foot tents. We set the tents up against each other, and the tables sit in the middle and are 6 feet apart with 6 people around. So yeah, maybe they can't reach the person 6 feet across from them. But you're telling me that a barber shop and a salon can't open to cut hair? And they take courses to make sure that they can be clean. What if they wore a mask? If
both people wore a mask.
Actually, it's funny talking about the mask hope situation. And I've seen the different things about, this type of mask only covers so much or does so much, etc. and whatnot. But at the end of the day, though,
how much of that drips on someone else's leg?
Yeah, no. At the end of the day, though, here's the funny thing, though. Even
if a barbershop or a hair salon were to get the N95 mask, and
they'd pass out while they were cutting your hair.
Well, and
you look beautiful.
We're only able to get the cotton mask or the just regular layperson mask.
Do you feel empowered?
Why?
All right, Bang.
Why do you not feel like that's?
I don't understand. So restaurants can open up at a 25% capacity. If they had 150% capacity, they were sitting around 30 plus people inside. Your outside people can conglomerate as much as they want to. You're supposed to space the tables out 6 feet. What if my barber shop decided that they wanted to open up chair 1, 3, and 5? That we're all 8 feet apart.
Definitely,
Why can't my barber shop open up? And my friend's salon, at End Result Salon, their chairs are not near each other.
Well, and there's a lot of there's a lot of Lakeland. I mean, there's End Result. You've got a Chateau. You've got also
all of them.
Yeah, Liquid Evolve. Yeah, exactly, all of them.
Liquid is where Brooke goes. I don't understand where the spacing is so well done. And they do CEUs. They do constant continuous education on making sure that you're doing safe practices similar to a nail salon or I don't understand.
Cosmetology.
It doesn't make any sense to me why these companies can't open, but a restaurant, not a bar, because bars can't, but a restaurant is allowed to open, but a barber shop and a salon where they're educated in similarly the way that a restaurant is in hygiene and cleanliness.
Safe serve. They usually get those kind of things. Yeah, but I know you're right. I mean, you would think less, because with food or alcohol materials, you're not exchanging bodily fluids per se, but I mean, you could easily spill something on yourself and moves to somebody else, and you're in front of somebody, you're getting closer. And I get it. Yeah, you're very close when you're cutting somebody's hair or doing their nails or pedicure, manicure, etc. But you're not always there on top of everything.
Right.
And you're right. Like I said, a lot of people do safe serve for the hospitality industry. A lot of people who do, you know, who do in the cosmetology field, they have to know about everything on that, because why?
Right.
They could possibly cut somebody, so they got to learn about blood pathogens. They got to learn about, you know, cleaning. So you're right. I mean, it's frustrating. I know we have a mutual individual that I know, TJ, you and I know, and they're like, oh my gosh, no, and they don't want to do anything, and I get it, but then you don't do it. If other people want to, that's okay. I'm not saying it's still the right thing or not. Again, I have to play devil's advocate, but I'm a realist. I understand that in one end, okay, if you want to go out, like I said, like Monday, when everything changes, if you want to do it, go out and do it. That's fine. Luckily for me, though, I'm gonna wait for things to happen. That's me, though. That's my right to think like that or choose like that. You want to go out and do things, great. You don't want to, awesome. But that's a big problem nowadays. Is that there's no communication, and now I'm actually surprised because not that nobody's brought it up. People have talked about it, but it's we're going through such a heavy impact with everything that's happening that even the Pentagon talked about releasing UFO material, and we're going like, nah, we got bigger things happening here. Hold on, I need to.
I watched it though.
Yeah, exactly. But here's another funny thing about
pause.
that.
Brooks is gonna carry this real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we'll break that. You're gonna have to deal.
So
yeah, follow through. But here's the funny part, though. When people, even though people have talked about like, oh, we released the information from, you know, the UFO and all that thing that came out recently, that's been released prior.
Yeah.
One part of me is going like,
released prior, but I know that TJ had told me earlier this week that they were releasing things and
soft blow, like, oh, you just throw this in there.
Like, hey, we already knew about this stuff, but we're gonna just kind of tell you about it again.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, there's aliens. Anyways, so yeah, hey, look. No, but it's silly. But at the same time, there's been other videos that's been released prior. I'm not gonna get into the conspiracy theories. That we don't have time for that.
Yeah. I've watched my share of conspiracy theories, and I have my where I agree and don't agree on things. That's each their own.
Right.
I just feel like if you want to stay home, stay home. And
right.
if you don't want to stay home, don't.
It's up to you, yeah.
We're not talking about UFOs. TJ is obsessed with these UFOs. He's like, what's that have to do with UFOs? And I'm like, it doesn't. We're just past the UFOs. Stop talking about
I missed 30
UFOs.
seconds. I went to the bathroom.
To be honest, they should not,
it's not.
They should not be called UFOs. To be honest, because why? How can there be an unidentified flying object when you know it is?
You have already identified it.
It's an identified, unified, identified. Yeah.
Did you have a stroke? Anyways, so, all right. It is midnight, my friend.
No change for gyms.
No change for gyms. I'm okay with no, because there's more bodily sweat.
I feel like you have to breathe all, like when you're working out.
You have your breathing. It's a lot more. It's a lot more.
Every single gym host post, every single person's post was,
like
please wipe down your machines when you're done working out. And now it's like, we just want to open up so that way we can do our thing. Like,
trust me, I agree with you on that. Going like,
that's what they want you to do. They want you to
but
wipe down your machine. How many people actually wipe down the machine? Sorry,
we're getting upset now. But now again, that's a big thing.
It's been like 20 years since I've been to a gym.
Thank God. And I want my friends. I want my personal trainers to
didn't work out. Like they didn't wipe down their fucking machines. Then
busy hitting on everybody.
No one wipes down their machines.
Figuring out how to hook up.
No one works out, or no one wipes down their machines. Like it doesn't happen unless you work at the facility. You're not wiping it down.
No, I agree with TJ though. Like I said, I still do want my friends though to be able to like Jonah, great guy. Yeah, I see him all the time, and trust me, I want people to get back.
I want people, back to work. I want everybody to be back to work, making money and building their dreams the way that they were. But
exactly
at the same time,
2 weeks prior,
you were bitching and complaining, saying how people don't wipe down their equipment and they're disgusting and yada yada.
Oh,
And now you
everyone
think just because
sucks
you
and-
reopen, everybody's like,
Everyone's gonna wipe down their
I'm gonna go ahead.
machines. It's
You know what? I'm
really
coming
good.
in with a bottle of Windex or whatever it is that we're using. I'm bringing it on my own.
I'll bring in my own mix.
And,
I'm bringing my own stuff.
I mean, I'm one of the first people that are gonna go back out and enter out into life again. How many of those people are actually that are gung-ho and want to go back out there? How many of those people are actually concerned with germs and wanting to wipe everything down? Probably not very many of them.
Yeah, not many people will, but
No, it's not. And then you
I
have
mean,
your,
when you
you have
sit
your
down at a
absurd people
table-
as we were driving down the road watching watching a girl with a mask on in her car.
Oh my gosh. I tried to get
that makes
But
no sense. If you're in your own
Anyways,
car, there's no
she's
point for that.
in her
In
car,
her car.
by herself with the windows down, wearing a mask. I'm
Defeating the point.
I wanted to take her picture just for the hope that we could
I
find her on
tried to get her
Facebook.
picture, but she like fell down behind us.
Carlos,
after-
one final question of the night. On Monday,
All right.
on Monday or Tuesday,
Where are you going?
are you doing anything different?
To be honest, like I said, not really. I'm gonna keep going as is. Luckily, I'm one of the few people who can actually still work like this. So if I have to go to the office, I'll do it. There are some things that I have to get from my clients, you know, in my field of work in the financial industry, where if they need an actual physical signature, I'll go and do it. But I'll make sure I'll be like, hey, here's a signature. If they feel uncomfortable and I feel uncomfortable, I'll wear protective gear. No worries. But
Or
luckily, a lot of my things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one of the two. It's a 50-50 chance, right? But at the end of the day, though, if I have to, I will do this. I say, hey, listen, we have, you know, Adobe Acrobat, and we can go on here. Hey, can you type in your stuff? Click on here. We're done. So I'm one of the lucky few who are able to do everything remotely, electronically. So if something comes about Monday or whatever, nothing really changes. Outside of wanting to eventually do a summer trip and go out to the beach again, beyond that, not much difference. We'll get there. I promise. We'll get there. I know.
You said another key word that I was thinking. So, because that was one of the things for us is that I was thinking, come Monday or Tuesday, like Tuesday Cinco de Mayo. That's one of our big days as friends between between the three of us and Winnie the Pooh, who's now missing. But between the three of us is for the last 10 years now. For the last 10 years. Cinco de Mayo has been the Cinco de Mayo Winter Circle Bikini Contest for us. That has been Brooke and I's TBA Bikini Model Winter Circle Contest, and we were rolling on 10 years, and it's heartbreaking that we're not going to be hosting that this year. So, one of our thoughts were, do we have our little core group of friends over like we did the other night? And
No.
we do.
We didn't have anyone over the other night.
Yeah, we definitely did not. You were definitely not here the other night.
No one was here. We didn't have anybody.
Do we have tacos and drink margaritas till we fall down? Or
I will.
Or do we go out somewhere at a place that is allowed to have 25%? And
I mean,
I know a place, and
I understand the risk of not knowing where anyone's been that could touch the table before you.
Watch the numbers. Oh, we've been watching the numbers. That's not to you. That's to the general public. Just look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Look at the facts. Stop watching the news. Stop watching the news. Look at
facts.
Find real
Where
facts.
Are you
Don't
getting
find
your numbers?
don't find your favorite clips. Don't go to your favorite news outlet. Go and find the facts for your county. There's a reason that our governor has opened up the state the way that he has. There's a reason that we're in phase 1
out
of
of 3.
3 or 4 phases. Like there's a reason. Stop watching your favorite. I don't care if it's Fox. I don't care if it's CNN. I don't care what your favorite news outlet is. Stop. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Yeah,
Watch,
they need
watch
dangerous
the
sometimes.
speaking. Watch the presentations, and our president is not the most eloquent speaker. Obama was an incredible speaker, but
Nobody's perfect.
But lots of presidents have been incredible speakers, and lots of presidents have also told the truth, but not been able to say it properly. And I think that's one thing about our president is horrible speaker, but very honest in a lot of off ways. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna start a space force, and like, you're fucking crazy. Whoops, sorry. You're absolutely crazy. And then they're like,
literally crazy. Oh,
by the way, there's a video from the Pentagon that shows
You know what?
flying object.
I'm not muting it this time.
No, and you should. And then at the same time, we have DeSantis. DeSantis comes on and speaks from the hip, a little bit similar to our president, but says, I look at the numbers. I'm being informed by the numbers. I'm saying that we can open up in North and Central Florida. South Florida needs to not.
They just need to take a break.
South Florida, you need to calm down a little bit. Stop partying, you bunch of dancers.
Hookers.
But chill out. You guys need to chill out, and we're gonna open slowly. We're gonna not allow our friends in the hair salon industry to open, which again I disagree with. But it's just one of the things, like, so do what you want to do. Go out, be safe, act properly, don't act stupid. I feel like it's so weird to me that hygiene is even a thing that has to be explained to people, that I guess hygiene over the last 30 years ran by the wayside.
Yeah.
Apparently my friends didn't wash their hands on the normal. What? Apparently restaurant workers didn't wash their hands on the normal. What? Like, if you smoke a cigarette, you should probably wash your hands. I don't know. I don't understand.
It's a lot of befuddling material, but we got to deal with it.
Yeah, I have a thing over my shoulder. We've hit the tequila point of the show. But Monday I'm gonna be. Monday we're gonna be going out. Can you get up for green? Thank you. Monday, I don't know that we'll do anything. Tuesday, we're either going to have friends over, just to have friends over and make tacos and drink tequila. And at some point, I'm going up to Winter Circle and going to hang out because I can legally see my friends. Whether that means I hang out with 30 of them inside of Winter Circle, or I hang out with them 60 of them 10 feet apart, 6 feet apart in the parking lot. I'll wave to them. I don't care. I'm just excited to see things kind of get back to normal. I'm excited to weigh the options and see where that goes. I hope that it all ends up positive and that phase 2 comes Friday.
I hope phase 2 comes and phase 3 and all the phases.
Yeah,
all the phases. I don't know.
I hope.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to see positivity. I want to see success. I
want to see everybody do good. I want to see everybody be healthy. So I don't want us to come back to the same normal. I want us to come out to a better normal.
Yep. And we skipped over any bit of government control and anything like that. I'm curious to hear Erica's response on that. When she gets back eventually, when she gets back, we'll ask her that. So, but we know she had a limited time tonight. She had to be up early. She's got to take care of a lot of stuff. So it's okay. We forgive her. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and kick into, can you mute yours? I'm going to unmute mine.
I don't
know. And again, I'm going to thank everybody for being here tonight, hanging out with us. We are at 3,000 people in the chat room right now. I'm so excited. Thank everybody for being here. Hope you enjoyed the night.
Thank you.
I'm going to rock out the theme song for the end of the night, and we are going to call it Here is 30 Seconds of Awesome, I guess. Carlos, we got to pick a different color of shirt, man. That's all I got. Dark purple.
Next time.
Oh, shake it like poo. Good night, everybody. We love you. Thank you for hanging out. Peace.